Welcome in, readers. I am Ook, and it's time for another analysis stream. I have got with me the king of analysis lately, somebody who's been doing way more of it than I have and has been awesome at it. Leviticus, hey, Lev.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Going great, going great. I feel like I actually haven't streamed in like a week, which I'm trying to remember why I didn't stream last Thursday. I think it was like just weird family stuff or something came up, and then Monday it was more weird family stuff. The kids are out of school this week. It's everything's weird. So yeah, I feel like I'm way out of what I was doing, but I am so glad to get you on this one, since especially I mean in general, but especially because of how well you did at this year's DrMC. So first off,
Mhm.
congrats on that, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was totally unexpected. I mean, my goal going into it was top eight, but I was not certain I would get there. And all the results I've had this year have all been really surprising. It's not something that I expected to do well. I'm often running tournaments more often than I'm playing in them, so I don't really expect to see a lot of progress in my own play or anything. But I guess watching and analyzing has been really helpful, and things just were kind of worked out that I got some good results this year. So it's been great.
Yeah, that's something we were doing Ramsey's fastest furs run on Sunday, and it was me and JB and Savage doing commentary. And let me tell you, that's a point where you just go, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to sit back and let them talk. But one of the things I mentioned, and we've talked about it before, is just how commentary really makes you. Uh, it really makes you a better player. Betty talking about analysis with somebody who does analysis. It's all analysis inception going on. But
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, it's I think really all the verses you've been watching. I know you've been doing analysis videos for monthly checkup and doing commentary on monthly checkup and watching monthly checkup on top of everything else. I mean, you're gonna absorb some of it. It's
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like as the guy who has to run the stream, I don't really have a choice but to sit there and, especially in the later rounds, just watch every game as it's happening. So I feel like I watch maybe more than anybody, unless you're fiending the YouTube videos or something. But yeah, it just sort of naturally happens that way as not being the person playing and running the stream. So uh, it's yeah. I guess I just thought about the game more than I played it, but it was still helpful, and I picked up a lot by osmosis and watching some of the awesome players we have in the monthly every month go at it every every second last Tuesday, and yeah, it's held a lot more than I expected it to. I expected that, like, oh, I haven't been playing, so it's not gonna, I'm gonna be rusty. I'll be out of practice, and I probably will do okay. And turns out that watching and analyzing stuff really helps a lot. So it's been good.
well, having like one of the top baseline levels of play doesn't hurt either. I mean, I still remember the month you were the number one seed in the speed tournament, so it's
Yeah, that was many moons ago, but
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, dude, you got to think I've been doing this is the end of my fifth season, so yeah. Uh, Savage and Floyd and I all came in October of 2020, so just a few
Oh,
months
wow.
after you guys. And yeah,
Hmm.
it's been that's over 4 years now. So
That's crazy to think about
yeah,
as a
tell,
sidebar, but yeah.
tell me about it. All right, so real quick, what's your background with the game? Pride, like I can go back to 2020 because that's when when I first ran into you. Before that, I know nothing. So how far back do you go with it? Is it something that you played as a kid? Tell me about it.
Mhm. So I mean, I was probably like aware of the game as a kid, just being a kid that played a lot of games and loving Nintendo and all that. I knew Dr. Mario existed. I'd probably touched it, but like not a game that I played a lot, not a game that I had any significant nostalgia for. The My first real like foray into Dr. Mario was in 2020 as like my pandemic hobby. I had nothing to do. I was at home a lot. I was unemployed at the time, and I had been watching a lot of classic Tetris, and I gave that a try. that didn't turn out so great. Not a big fan, but I
Yeah.
did see on their YouTube channel like the versus videos, and I thought, oh, that might be cool. And I just kind of tried playing it, and I went looked searched for a community to see if there was anyone. If these people are playing a tournament, surely they must be an online community that they are part of that do things. And found the monthly speed tournament, and it just kept going from there.
Yeah. I always talk about how many players in the DRMC just in general are failed Tetris players. I'm in that category
Well, I don't
too.
want that reputation. Come
No,
on
no,
now.
it's definitely me too. I did the same thing. I remember watching, the Jonas versus Joseph match and just looking at the numbers and they're like, oh, 300,000 to get in the top 32. That would be kind of cool. I could probably get to that point. And by the time I could get to that point, it was, you have to have six top outs during, or max outs during, during, register during the qualifiers to be able to even get on stage. I was like, okay, yeah, no. So yeah, that's a whole different ball game. But yeah, we definitely glad to have gotten you there. So was it 2020 that you wrote the four pillars?
I Wow, I can't honestly remember anymore to be real with you. But I think it was. I think it was shortly like end of 2020, beginning of 2021, I want to say. When I probably wrote that. And it was mostly just because there was nothing. I felt
Right.
like I had to learn the game myself, and uh, th- just watching and encountering people in the community and just sort of learning trial by fire. And I just thought to myself, like, I know that there are other games that have new player resources and how important that is, and we don't have anything. And I didn't know if I should be the one doing it, but I was like, I feel like I maybe I can, so let's try writing it. And we did, and people bring it up to me now, and it's kind of cool. And if some big Four Pillars fans out there still, it's in the wiki there, so every time I hear a nice thing about it, it makes me think, oh yeah, that was something I did once.
Now, I thought I'd heard you say, or maybe you put it in the Discord that you're considering updating it, adding to it, or finishing it. I think is the term you used. Is that still in the works or?
So I would consider, well, actually, that's not true. There was a point where I thought about like writing like an addendum to it, because I felt that its purpose as a new player resource was not actually that it wasn't really filling that purpose as well as it could be. It turns out to me to be more of like an intermediate player resource
That's
rather than a
fair.
beginner player resource. I feel like it's trying to be like the intro to advanced concepts, but there's a lot of people who um, are not necessarily even ready for that and maybe need to learn more basic things and concepts, and that it doesn't actually really do a good job of the original intent that I had for it. So I thought about writing something like an addendum to address maybe some more basic concepts, um, them just to help those kinds of players who are looking for a good resource, because I felt like a lot of people, especially when there were a lot of Tetris people who came in after when I think 2022's Game Scout video, and they all were like, wow, the four pillars was so helpful and I enjoyed it a lot. It taught me a lot of great things, and I loved it. But then if I would watch those people play, they might still be having trouble completing like level 5. And I thought, okay, well, there's a problem here because they are just not even ready to approach these advanced concepts. There's so much more to learn first. So I thought that's what I've thought about writing, but I just never, I don't know. It's just I've never have found the time. I've gotten more interested in verses since then, so I've never really actually gone back to it. But it's something I thought about, and I wrote out like a little outline for it and everything. So maybe one day I'll go back to it.
Yeah, maybe. And I will say, I think, and I'm having to think about this because my wife has mentioned a couple of times, hey, maybe you should teach me how to play this game, which, we'll see if that ever actually happens. But um, I think your guide is written to move players from casual to competitive, as opposed
Hmm.
to just players picking up casually. A lot of us, and I think there are way more of us than people realize, are players who played this game casually growing up, or into the early 2000s, and maybe just hey, picked it up, played it, had some fun with it, got to where we could, mine was I could beat level 20 on low, but not on medium or high. And never really saw
Mm.
the appeal. Every once in a while, I would, every couple of years, and maybe I'd find the cartridge and go, oh, maybe I should try to see if I can beat level 20 on medium or something. And those are the players I think that Pillars is really written for, and it's really helpful. So, anybody who's not at least looked through that, I would say definitely check it out. Um, yeah, it's still definitely got its place, but yeah, there's definitely that whole learning the game from scratch thing. It's hard to do that in any way other than just trial and error.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I mean, I'm glad for everyone that has helped because I think you're right. I think I was really writing it from the perspective of people who were trying to, you know, who were Dr. Mario fans already, who wanted to come into this community and had wanted to get involved in the tournaments, but wanted to be better and didn't really know how. And that was a big part of the original thought of it. But I had kind of imagined it being a little more all encompassing, and I felt like it was a bit limited in that way. So I guess that was kind of why I was so down on it. But I think for what it is good at, it's very good at. So yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that they really enjoyed it, and it was like the intro to the advanced things to know about how to speed run the game versus just how to casually beat it. I think you said in one of your streams once that like, man, this game is like really a terrible casual game.
Yes, yeah, I
And
said it more than
yeah,
once.
and yeah, and honestly, I don't know if I would say it's terrible. I mean, it's good. It's good for what it is, but I do definitely agree that. And what attracted me to Dr. Mario, I think, was that once you look at the advanced competitive side of it, then the
Hmm.
game does get significantly more interesting, way deeper, so much more to think about. The mechanics just like lend well to it, and it just feels like so natural. It doesn't feel like you're forcing a tournament game out of this casual puzzle game that people just love so much they had to make it competitive. It actually just fits so well. It just feels natural. And that's what made me really fall in love with it.
Yeah, I think you're right on the money there. I don't mind watching like competitive Donkey Kong Country, for example. I got involved with their speedrun tournament earlier this year, and it's fine, but it's the same game. You get behind in one level, you got to hope your opponent makes a mistake. There's not like that
Mm.
element of, oh, what if they make this decision instead of the other decision? And I know you come from Link to the Past Randomizer, and feel free to mention any other games like that you play competitively. But it takes that element, and I think that's what makes LTTPR so much more played competitively than just vanilla, is because there is that element of, oh, it's all about the decisions you make. It's about, how well do you know the intricacies of the game? And that's something that Dr. Mario just has inherent to it that you don't get in platformer speed runs, or even something like Balloon Fight, which is more of a puzzle style, I would say, because it's an arcade style
Yeah.
game. But if you were trying to
Hmm.
do a speed run race on that, everybody's going to use the same strategies, and there's
Right,
not that.
exactly. And I think that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's really attracted me to the games like Dr. Mario and Link to the Past Randomizer is that element of variance, I guess, where the game is different every time. It just makes it more appealing than a stock speed run where you're just, I really hope you love Donkey Kong Country if you're going to speed run it because it's going to be the same every time,
Yep.
and there's a lot of repetition involved, and that can be fun for people. But if it's not your idea of a good time, then the idea of speedrunning a game where it's less about memorizing exactly what to do and a more um, natural expression of general skill just because you're forced to adapt to the situation that you're put in, which is different every time, is what makes games like that so much more interesting to do, especially like when it comes to speed running. Com- uh, yeah, like just compared to doing like Link to the Past 100% speed run where you know exactly which way you're going to go every single time. You actually get to make decisions like, oh, should I go to the mountain first or should I try to complete Eastern and see if an item is going to be there? Well, what are the pros and cons of doing that? What do I have? What is the seed trying to tell me? It's just very different and to me more interesting. And Dr. Mario, I think, is very, very similar to that, where it's just like, well, I could clear this section of viruses, but maybe this blue yellow would be better used over here, so I can expose these viruses so that I can, make use of reds later on in the seed a little more effectively, and just stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of parallels to me between those two games and other games like it.
And I will say that the one advantage Dr. Mario has over Link to the Past is no Ice Palace. So, there's that.
If you know glitches, Ice Palace is not too terrible,
Oh,
especially
dude.
like in the last couple years before I stopped playing. Some of them are like Icebreaker is probably my favorite glitch. Shoutouts
Yeah.
to the Red Cane. I love it.
To be fair, Icebreaker's not that hard to do. So there is
No,
like
it's sick.
compared to so many other setups that I've not gotten deep into that, but it is crazy.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I definitely don't want to spend the whole stream talking about ALTTPR because I love it. I watched
really, I didn't know
almost.
that.
Oh yeah, I watched almost all of last year's tournament. Like that was what I went to
Oh
sleep
wow.
to because I would get really interested and then they get really deep into some of the dungeons, and it's like at this point between the two runners you kind of know where almost everything is, and then it's not as exciting. It was a great time to fall asleep. So yeah, I watched the majority of a couple of tournaments. I really like some of the variants on that.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. It's my favorite part.
and I will say, the Dave, big Zelda One randomizer fan, and John
Oh
Det
really?
Flindo
Never touched it.
is. Oh, I haven't either. John Det Flindo is an Ocarina randomizer fan.
I've
So
heard things about OT, Zooter
yeah,
as they call it. Uh, it sounds like a long time. Like it just sounds like a commitment. And Link to the Past can be like that too. But Ocarina of Time, like
yeah,
shout outs to anyone who plays that because it's a different beast for sure.
agreed. All right, so let's talk about DRMC. First off, this is your second tournament or third, or have you been to more?
Uh, so if you're talking about like
The
tour
Columbus,
DRMC
yeah.
tournaments, like the World Championship year end events, this is
Okay.
my third one that I've been to.
All right, and then you went to what? Hartford and
Hartford and Waco
Wake.
this year. Yeah.
Wow, made the trip all the way down to Waco. Very
Yeah.
cool. I think it's closer to me than it is to you.
Probably. Yeah. No, it was just, I mean, when I went to Waco, it was not because I thought, you know what, it will be totally worth my money and time to go all the way to Waco and win the tournament. I went because I'd never been to Texas and I wanted to see it and I had an opportunity to go. Shout outs to DM Hero. I hung out with him and Floyd and all the boys and it was a great time. And the tournament was just the icing on the cake for me. So it was a good time.
I think there are those who would argue that Waco is not indicative of Texas as a whole, but
That's fair. I mean, I spent more time in Austin than Waco. We just went to Waco for the event, and it was cool, but it was not Austin. That's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Now I've been to Dallas and Houston, but most of what I've done in Texas is just drive because holy crap, so much driving. Anyway, so you won both tournaments,
I
Waco
did,
and
yeah.
okay. I don't keep up with verses as well as I should, but I was thinking you had won both of them.
Yeah, and I honestly, Waco, the win in Waco was probably my favorite because, and I can't believe that our match didn't get nominated in the board certifications for best match of the year because that's what everyone was saying in the moment. I think it's just recency bias,
Yep.
but I think that I'm glad someone agrees because I think that was we got snubbed there. That was probably one of the craziest endings to any versus match I've ever seen, and I was just happy to be a part of it. It was just like it doesn't get closer. We got a standing ovation for real in the room. It was a wild experience to have. So definitely gonna remember that one for a long time.
Yeah, recency bias always plays a part to the point that back in like January and February, I was keeping a journal of all of the speed matches with the general intention of figuring out which ones were actually worth being nominated like early in the year and never followed through. So you do what you can, you remember what you can, and maybe some of us will start making notes when we go, oh, this should be a match of the year. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what it is, but as long as there are people out there who know the real ones know, so
Yeah,
that's all that matters to me.
right. Yeah, and you and me doing our analysis afterwards. Maybe this will be what'll help. We just
Yeah, maybe.
get the people in to talk about all these matches so they can see it again and again. So, all right. So you're in for this year, rooming with an entire crazy group. By the way, for anybody who didn't ever pop into our Airbnb, that's where the matches of the year happened. There were so
Oh, you
many
think
just
so? Yeah.
crazy. Well, not the whole time, but yeah, like when Rob popped over, there were some crazy matches going on upstairs, and
Mm-hmm.
I think you were sitting there when DSS and I had our really good match the night like on Sunday night, and I turned to him and I said, "That's the one you deserve to have won this morning, not the complete wipeout." But all right, so qualifiers this year, you made was the 3 seed, and that's right, you did it
hmm
in the immunity
From
pool. So
immunity pool,
you
yeah.
went 6-1.
Five. Everyone says that. Everyone says I did 6-1, but I was actually 5-2. I
You're
think
five
they
and two.
all,
Okay.
like myself, completely just collectively blacked out the 6-second top out I had against Ibar, which I'd want to forget to you guys, so I don't blame you. But yeah, it was. I lost to Ibar in 6 seconds flat, and then I lost to Pangolin as well. But I was able to take a crown off the rest, which included some big names. So I was pretty happy about that performance.
Yeah, I mean this year's immunity pool, it was a real all star event. And I think the deal was you thinking of you in third makes everybody think, well, somebody went 7-0. That means there's like two others who went 6-1. No, it was the top two went 6-1 because I forget who Packy lost to, who Pangolin lost to, but yeah.
So Packy lost to me. That was his
Okay.
one loss in that. And Pangolin, I don't remember who, but
I bet
definitely
she
wasn't
lost to
me.
Packy, so that would make
Yeah, that makes
sense.
sense. Yes.
Yeah, we had the same thing in my qualifier pool. I beat Motomas, and I was his one loss, and then I lost to Brute Force. So that was like both of us ended up at 6-1, and it was that's
Mhm.
where I stopped. So
Yeah.
I could pull up the immunity pool. I kind of wish I could. I kind of wish I had already pulled it up and hadn't spent 20 minutes talking about everything else, because I don't think I saw. I think maybe I saw one of your matches because you would have come over to play Swung, and I was on. Or no, I don't know. I don't remember how many years I saw.
I swapped back and forth a couple
Okay.
of times. We all kind of did.
The
So
goal was to
yeah,
keep
we were all
Swung on
sort
one
of,
because he was the reigning champion.
yes, yes.
That was the whole deal. But yeah, yeah. We I didn't get to see yours against Packy, so maybe
Mhm.
I'll have to go back and watch that because that's
That was my first game of the immunity pool too. I had
oh
to start
gosh.
on Packy, and I was like, oh, of course. Especially after Waco, he said something to me before. He was like, "Yeah, like not like in a mean spirit way, but he's like,
Right.
I'm coming for you, right?" And I was like, "Oh,
Right, right, right.
I know."
Yeah, yeah. My first was against Moto, and like as soon as I saw who all was in my pool, I was like, oh crap. Here's this guy that I know plays online all the time, and I'm about to get my
hmm
butt handed to me, and I'm gonna have to do a and that it was same thing last year against Doc. I was like, oh boy, I'm in the pool with Doc. But all
hmm
right, so you get through and you look at your white bracket. You see DM Heroes there. You see
Yeah.
Don's
Oh yeah.
there, and
hmm
I'm like barely looking through. I see Missy. Who else was in your bracket?
So Bidwell was also my bracket.
Yep.
Jar's dad was also in the bracket, but I
Yep.
had a bye coming out of third seed, so um, two of those players I would never was never gonna run into. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I believe that was everyone, if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
that'll be everybody. So you look ahead and you say, okay, there's a fair chance it's DM Hero coming up. You've hung out with him all weekend. You've probably played a crap ton against him. The first couple of days you're here. What's going through your
Mhm.
mind when you see that bracket?
Uh, don't love it, but because obviously Hero is a really good player. But on top of that, like I mentioned, I made the trip out to Austin because I wanted to, it was to travel there, and he was really the one who put that idea into my head. I stayed with DM Hero when I went down there because he lives in Austin. For anyone who doesn't know, and yeah, so he put me up for the weekend, and we had such a great time, and He's a great dude and a good friend of mine, and I love him to pieces. And so to have to play him that early, not just because he's such a good player, but also because he's such a good friend, it was like, dude, I literally couldn't have had a worse first opponent to have to play. I would have picked anybody else. Like
Yeah.
it sucked because whoever wins, whoever loses, it's not. I'm not going to be happy about it really. So, but it is what it is. That's how the tournament goes. So you got to do what you got to do.
I mean, you get to a certain point where you're just like, well, this is, I know everybody who's left, so I'm going to lose to
Yeah,
somebody like that.
yeah.
All right, so I've got us queued up to pick up the action at the start of
In
your match
three,
against DM
two, one.
Hero, where I thought I had it muted. All right, so let's talk pills. First thing's a double red. Are you going to
Mhm.
go all the way into one, or are you going to set it into four?
I'm thinking one probably just because 3-4 is sort of a good blue red setup, but I suppose 4-5 is as well. But putting the red into four would cut both of those off, and I wouldn't be able to make a combo. So if I'm
It's
prioritizing that, and I don't really have another good way to do that, the safest thing is probably just to clear at the edge. Maybe just take one. It's not a great opening, honestly, no matter where you put it.
Yeah, I agree. And it's not really fair of me to ask you this with you not able to see what the next pill is because there we go. So it's a red, yellow, blue. I've been doing this the whole time. I was like, oh yeah, I need to. You don't know because you don't see the second pill, and that next box is always there. So yeah, it looks like both
Yeah.
you and Hero are going to do the same thing. Oh no, you actually went into
Oh, I
four.
actually do the center pill. I guess I was just trying to clear out the center. Like I said, it cuts off these red blue setups, but to be honest, looking at it again, going to column one also cuts off the red yellow possibilities. So you're really, damned
Yeah,
if you do, damned if you don't. So the center is fine. There's probably no horrible move. Either one is probably equally good slash bad. I don't know.
and I will say, going up against Hero, I mean, the fastest moves you can make are going to be the best moves you can make because he has that
Yeah,
reputation of being a quick kill master. I mean, he's been doing that since 2017. So,
exactly. Yeah, that's his play style for sure.
all right, looks like you're going to go in for the 2-3. I think that's the right play because you're the only other option you've got places the yellow on 6, and unless you've got a double blue coming up, there's no way you're going to get this combo. So, yeah,
Yeah, it's my
that's
only path to a combo setup, so that's really the only move to me.
and this double red's going to negate any concerns you had earlier. So it's going into one. Now the double blue, I'm thinking 7-8.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Either that or just fully clear out eighth, but I'm probably doing
Yeah.
7-8 because you get the blue yellow options.
All right, you do 7-8, and now here comes the real ugh decision because you've got a red blue coming up. I
Mhm.
see 4-5, and I think that might be the move that I would go with simply because, like, even over 3-4, because with the blue at the bottom of the double yellow setup, now if you get blue yellows, you can stack them up and have yourself a combo. Like it raises the level, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't argue with the next with putting on 3-4.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know if I'll actually end up making this move, but I was actually after this double blue goes down, I was actually thinking about just empty clearing eight and letting the red fall because
That's
then I
fair.
have a blue red combo set up, and I really don't have a lot of blue red options. I also would help with color diversity. It is a slow move. It's going to create drop time. It does not send garbage. Um, but and I probably don't actually make that move in a second, but
Yeah, I mean
looking at
you've
it
already
now,
gone
that might
off.
actually make a lot of yeah, it might actually make a lot of sense to do that just because clearing this red now I'll have like nowhere to put reds, which isn't horrible in versus. It's probably a bigger deal in speed, but
Yeah.
um, if you don't, yeah, it would be nice to have some sort of red setup rather than not.
Well, I mean,
So
actually, you do
that
have
might be an
reds.
idea.
You do have reds one row
Yes,
down in 3 and in 8.
right, that's true, but I'm not immediately exposed. And in eight, I could expose. So the idea of exposing those red viruses in eight, and then I have like a blue red setup is intriguing.
Yeah,
But
I like it.
I
But
probably don't do that here.
no, you're about to go into 3-4, and I don't dislike that move because you've got a place to put every red pill now. Double red can go on to one. Red yellow can go on to 1-2, And for another red blue, you've got a choice for 3 vertically or 8 vertically. So, and that's just speed play. That's not necessarily good versus play, but it's not going to create a bunch of nasty garbage.
Yeah, and honestly, what I'm thinking the most here is like getting to the first combo because neither of us have been able to do that, and the
Right.
board has not been very kind to that path. So, anything I can do to, whatever the quickest path is to get there, if I can get to it first, then that's ideal. But I don't think I saw that move here, and it's debatable if that's even good enough. But to do the vertical 8 play, but um, if you can't do that, then clearing out the center is never that bad.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at what heroes got set up. I think the double blue is the worst possible thing for that to come next because he's getting ready to set up a half garbage clear on 2-3. And he almost looks from this position like he's about to tuck. I don't know if he's going to, but no. Oh, he
I
does.
mean, given his board, I don't hate that play if he does. Yeah, he does tuck it in, and I
Yeah.
just clear the red in the center, which isn't too bad. It's not terrible though. I mean, if he gets a blue yellow, he'll get a combo. He's made a setup. He's one pill away,
And he is going to get a
and then after that, maybe he'll get a blue cross if the pills end up going that way.
he is in fact about to get a blue yellow because you're 2 pills ahead of him. So,
Great,
yeah,
love that.
you've just placed the blue red, and there's a blue yellow coming up next. I think the easy play on this blue yellow is 6-7. I mean, there's just unless you get a
Yeah,
red yellow coming up next.
I was just gonna say, if I get the red yellow, I think I would just clear the blue column in 3 and then set up for the red yellow to make a combo. And I think it looks like I just do it anyway,
Yep.
which is probably wrong, honestly. But
Uh,
uh
I mean,
yeah, my
it really depends on how quickly you're going to get a combo. And look at what Hero's doing with this. He could have gone vertically on that and gone ahead and gotten himself a combo, dropping into a horizontal.
um no, I don't I think he's only got 2 reds there,
Oh,
right?
oh
That
yeah,
red
you're
is kind
right.
of
You're right. You're right.
yeah, he's setting up for that and with this pill and he needs another red blue. But
Can't freaking
he's
count.
one pill away on 2 of the different types of
Yeah.
splits. So and he can get a double red. He's like 50% to get a combo at any point now. And
All
so
right.
he'll take the blue yellow for sure.
Yeah. All right. So you get garbage, and that actually changes the game because prior to this garbage, 8 vertical. I mean, what you called that's absolutely the right play. But now it looks like
Yeah,
three
at that
four
point.
with the garbage because that's going to make your life a
Yep.
lot easier.
Yeah, I agree. And immediately at this point, I'm looking at that yellow garbage and eight, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You
So
could double stack on top, but if you then get capped by a piece of garbage before you can complete it, then that's not great. So a yellow T would be a pretty good option here as well, just because you can get it, you can build to clear it horizontally and also make a combo out of it. And moves like that are just huge for coming back from these little early game hiccups that the first couple garbage drops can give you.
excuse me. So you making the argument here for vertical on 7?
Uh, you could do that. Yeah, you could also do 5 6. I was thinking just to be a
Okay.
little safer. It does kind of open you up where you have 3 columns of garbage that could mess it up. But
Because my
if you do get, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say my immediate gut play is to go 7-8, but you're right. You run a real risk there.
Yeah. So um, the other, I don't know. It's tough to say because I mean, if garbage falls there, you're probably gonna get um be in trouble anyway. So
Yeah, yeah.
you mean you could do it any which way you want. It doesn't really matter. I don't think as long as
I
you're doing it quickly. I think that's more important than doing one move over the other in that spot.
no, I think I think you are, that's the only thing you've been wrong about so far is that it does in fact matter because what I would have done going into 7-8 would have been the worst possible way. Uh, going 5-6.
I don't.
Well,
I
you've
wouldn't
got
say the worst possible way.
you've got the option here 5-6 followed by 7 the next 2 yellow blues you get, and let's be real, yellow blue when you've seen a couple of them means you're going to see more. Put the next one in vertical on 7,
On 7.
and then
Yeah.
another one vertical on 5 if you can't get a double yellow. And at the very least you're going to be set up with without the garbage, and at best you're working yourself into a combo. So
Yeah, I guess my point isn't that it doesn't matter at all. I just think it matters less than just trying to in the moment figure out which one is better and taking the time to make that mental
Oh yeah,
calculation. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
whatever comes to your head first is probably just ends up being better just by virtue of the fact that you're going to do it right now, because the most important thing is to finish this setup and clear it before the garbage screws it up. So whatever's faster for you to physically put it into play, that's probably just going to end up being better in the long run, just practically speaking.
Yeah, that's the influx mantra that I keep coming back to, and that's make bad moves quickly. All right, so let's see if
Yeah,
she go.
basic, or at
Oh,
least make close moves quickly. Yeah.
and look at this. The decision is taken away from you for a little bit because the next piece of garbage has already come down in five.
hmm
Like
Um,
it
you could
affects
still
it.
put it 5-6.
Oh yeah,
You could
definitely.
still put it in 5-6, but yeah, it's definitely less appealing now for sure.
Oh, you do go vertical on
And
seven.
I'll do the 7, probably because of that red garbage. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
imagine.
So
Hoping I get a yellow red instead.
so you're prioritizing. You think the reds in five.
Um, I think it probably depends on the next box.
Next box was blue, and you went with
Yeah, I just don't want to.
three.
I don't want to half build the setup and then block myself, because then if garbage falls in a bad place, I could just be causing myself way too much damage to just put 3 reds vertically like that.
Makes sense.
If another piece of garbage falls on top of it, I probably screwed. So I'm just gonna clear out and wait to get the pills that I need. This double blue is probably going on 8 on top just to extend the combo. It's kind of because there's really nowhere else that's great to put it except maybe down the pit in 3.
All
Oh, I
right.
just break the setup.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's
Never
interesting.
mind.
Yeah. Well.
That was probably just a heads up play there, but no, I don't agree with it. Yeah, I probably should have just kept the combo going. I probably just wanted to be safe. It's in tournament. Things
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
things are different.
And honestly, with an Xbox looking the way it does, you've got a yellow blue. You can lay that on top of 4 5, and then
Yep.
either
Yeah.
manufacture a double yellow or hope for a double yellow. Get yourself a T, and then you're out of trouble, and you've got a triple setup on four. So
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, well, this double red's just going down the pit because there's nowhere else for it to go, and I don't want to block my little situation here on the right.
yeah,
But I definitely would rather have a T or an L than a cross, just because the cross kind of it's just more difficult to clear it. You have to get a double, or you have to set up a drop, and you can't just use pill halves of split pills to just naturally build it and leave some garbage behind and take your combo, even if it's a little scrappy. You really are forced to do some kind of um, dangerous things to clear out a cross if you don't, assuming you don't get the exact double pill you want. So I don't love it, but I'll probably go for it here. Oh no, you know what? If I'm smart, I'll take the free double in two
two
three right
three.
now.
Yeah,
And that's probably better.
that. I was way late seeing that. So
Same as well. I literally just saw it right now when I said it, and I probably didn't see it in this game.
well, yeah, I mean, because all your focus is drawn to the garbage on the right hand side,
Right, I'm probably so tunneled on this setup I'm trying to resolve on the right that I probably won't even see this
which
on the
if you
left.
are
But
tunneled on that,
that would be the
I would say going 4 5 and then 4 5 again, laying that red on top of the yellow, and that way whatever you get with the yellow will give you a combo. That would be pretty cool. But I don't know. You may go on to two
yeah.
three here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So you do lay it down. Oh, and he gives you garbage again.
Some
That
awful.
blows.
That's the other reason I hate crosses is because now this garbage is it's painful on a T setup too, but it's even more painful on a cross like this. So not fun. I'm not sure. I'm probably just going to put this blue red to the left and then try to decide how I want to get rid of this blue. Oh no, I just prioritize opening it up, which makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean there were different options, and honestly, well, no, you still have a place for blue yellow, so it's really hard to say. This yellow red coming up though, that's I mean, I guess put it on one or
Yeah.
put it on to 2 3 and then just figure it out. But yeah, you're just gonna drop it
It's
on
going to be
one.
one of those two moves. Yeah. And then I think I'm just going to clear out
Clear out
my
six and
cross
hope for
setup
the
here with this
best.
double blue. Just
Yeah.
open it up just to get it down.
All right.
Oh,
So
maybe that'll change things. No, it doesn't. But now I'll probably set up the drop here, I would imagine.
I would imagine so as well. Yep, there it goes. And
Nope, I just played safe. I should have definitely set up the drop and then cleared it down, but
I,
small
I
mistakes, man.
honestly, at this point, I don't think you've got that choice. You know, you probably looking over where Hero is. He's 7 viruses ahead of you. he's down a couple of rows and has been drilling. Yeah, I mean, we're taking forever on this, but that was happening really
Yeah,
fast.
I don't think I've gotten a single combo yet in this entire game. Actually, now that I think it, maybe one or two, but not as many as he's sent to us. We're definitely behind in that regard. And now I'm
Okay,
gonna just try to set up this D sandwich. I think
yeah, I like the idea, and I hope you put the red blue onto 5 6.
on top. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, although that's not going to drop.
Actually, yeah, it's possible I even just put it vertically on 3 just to make a combo out of this,
No,
or
you're gonna
vertically
do
on
it.
5.
But with the next red blue coming up, you can crank it over to 6 7 and hope that you clear so that you can disconnect that full pill.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
Let's see what you got. Nope, garbage. At this point,
We
you
got
just take
garbage.
what you
Love
got,
that.
get your combo. All right, so now
Yeah.
you've comboed him, and you've got a double yellow coming up, and the one obvious place to put a double yellow has just been blocked off.
Yeah. I'm probably looking at something on the right here.
Okay.
Because there's just a lot of yellows altogether. This is kind of a thing I do in speed as well when like the top line is all a single color. Anything you can do to break that up is like high priority to me. In this case, I could just go full 8 and then try to get a lightning rod combo with a yellow blue later. And then if I get capped off before that happens, then I'll probably just lose that column and, until way later on. But
And yeah, I was kind
I
of
could
wondering
also
that.
try a vertical thing. I could try something vertical or like horizontal. I mean, maybe put when this red comes down, just put the double yellow in 5 6, and then maybe put a blue red on top of 8, and then see if you can make something there work. Um, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna end up doing here, but it'll probably be the lightning rod in 8 if I had to guess.
Yeah, eight's a scary one, but you're still at 33, so
Yeah, it's still
unless he
early days,
drops
so I think it's
garbage.
okay to do that.
But Dave mentioning that with two double yellows you cross 7 8. Yeah, like dropping it on 5 6 and then cranking another one on top of 7 to get rid of it vertically. That would, but he's right. The odds of that are so slim. Um, look at the speed difference. Hero's already ahead of you in speed, whereas you were ahead
Yeah, and
earlier.
that's mostly just because he sent way more combos than me, and I just spent a lot more time watching Garbage Fall than he has.
Agreed.
But he's also well ahead in viruses too. But it's not like my board's still relatively clean. There's nothing super awful happening. Oh, I do try to do the.
Yeah, you go for five
Maybe I
six.
saw the next box because now I have a double blue coming, and I'm gonna definitely put it into 8. And I might have just seen that and thought, okay, I can do a horizontal setup easily. No, I don't do that. What? I am like, dude, tournament changes things.
Oh
Okay, it
yeah.
really does, and this is the perfect example of that. I can't actually. I knew that I wouldn't do all of the moves I thought, but this is. I don't think I've done a single move that I've called out yet.
All right. Well, so you've got the option for vertical 7, but then you're depend that puts you dependent on a blue red on 8 because there's no way like that almost completely cuts your 7 off because you got three different colors on top. That's going to be real difficult to get rid of. But the other option that I see is going into 2 3, and I don't know. I don't know if I agree with it or not.
It would kill me to just to break that setup. I think I'm going vertical 8 or just being safe. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
vertical
just not
7.
wanting to die.
But then you get stuck with another one. So either you're moving the damage over to 6 or you're clearing out a combo. Yeah, you clear out the combo.
Yeah, I guess the pills that I need to make these combos are not coming, and I'm really worried about messing up the board. I guess so. I'm just taking safe clears, trying to hoping that things will break my way at some point, and I'll start getting the pills I'm actually setting up for.
And I mean,
But
you
I definitely missed a lot of opportunities in this game
you do have combo
so
prep coming
far.
up.
Yeah,
So this red yellow going on to 2 3, that's going to really give you an opportunity. Like that's a combo he can only take away by dropping on 2.
yeah, that's true. Um, I don't even know if that's the move I'll make anymore. Maybe I'll just go 5 6. No,
Nope, you
okay, we
did.
do the right thing.
You got it. You got it.
Then do I just put this yellow? I might just put this yellow on too, just to drop the combo and just get some garbage on his board for once in this game.
I
We'll
think that
see.
makes sense. Yeah. And then, I mean, you've got the
We do.
option now for the vertical or the horizontal out of 5-6 way later in the game. But yeah, there are worse things than having blue garbage there.
Yeah, it's not so bad. I think this double blue is probably just going to set up for the L on the right.
Yeah, that's the
That's what
first
jumps
thing I
out to
thought
me
of.
right away. I love using doubles for this, and I don't think enough people do it. It's like one of
Oh,
the best instant doubles. Never
no.
mind. Never
Oh,
mind.
oh, what a jerk. So that leaves you
I
with,
think I think I would wait to see the next box before I decide here. Like
all
I
right.
could put it down in number three.
No, safe plays again.
That's like not any of the pills I would have hoped to see. So I probably will just put it. Maybe I'll just put it in seven. That's what it looks like I'm about to
Yeah,
do.
it looks like it.
Either that or I'll empty clear. Not really sure.
One idea I like on this one is doing it as a tuck into 2-3.
It's an interesting idea. Yeah, just to set up for the future, and then
Right.
you could get like maybe a red horizontal combo or something if you desandwich.
Yeah, you're pretty much
You
going to
have
put
different
yourself
plans you can go for.
dependent on a double red at some point to do it easily, but
Not necessarily. I mean, that would be the quickest way, but like you could fill in five, and then you could just use pill halves to do
yeah,
it if
yeah.
you really had to.
All right, let's see if you go 7 or 8. I hope it's 7. It is 7, and you're going to lay on
Is
top
seven,
and
and
get yourself a combo.
I should hope so.
Hallelujah.
Finally, bring bring things down and get a little garbage going.
All right, now, double blue. You've got some options here. There is that tuck play in 2-3. I don't think that's the right play. I think 3-4.
Not with my placement in 5-6 or 4-5. Excuse me. Definitely not. Not anymore.
I think 3-4 is the most interesting option, depending
That
on.
is interesting, actually.
Let's see what comes up.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to do three. Oh, I'm just clearing eight. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Not in a
because
good way.
with 3-4 you have the option of turning that red yellow on its head in 4, and then next blue sets off a double combo.
It's possible that I'm seeing red yellow in the next box and thinking, well, if I put this in three, then it won't matter. I'm gonna have to break that setup to take the red yellow one anyway. So just clear the edge and it helps a little bit, but
Well, you've also got to
it's
slam
hard to
down in
say.
red yellow for in
Yep.
4
I
5.
yeah. I'm
Yay.
sure that'll be the next thing I do here. Yeah, perfect.
And then a double
And then
red.
after this I probably just clear out eight and try to
Yeah.
get the edge out. But that's probably I don't know if that's correct, but I don't really have a better move than that. Yeah.
There's not a better move than that. And now you're kind of
And
stuck
then
with
I'll
this next red.
I'll probably tuck it into 5-6 just
Into
to
five
keep it all
six.
together.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, that's just the only way to keep everything connected without blocking something off and starting to get messy. And
Yeah.
then we'll see what the next pill is and hope it's not another one, I guess.
I mean, the tuck play in 2-3 is alive again, because if you can get rid of that
Yeah.
blue on top, and then your all your garbage is together. But I don't dislike. Oh,
Oh, I go over here. Probably because I want to maybe get the left side down.
interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
blue yellows have been coming, and that puts you two blue yellows in. And if you stack this red, say tuck it into 3, then a blue red would be fine. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue mostly is just that I don't have a lot of good options for red anyway, so making red garbage at this point is not only unavoidable, but like not even that bad. If anything, it just sort of gives me options for combos. So I guess the idea was blue red. You can do the blue yellows if you want, and maybe the red will come to you, and you'll just make a combo that way. And that's probably what I'll do with the double red coming up. I'll probably slot it underneath into three, just so that I have a setup there now.
And
We'll
if you
see.
flip this yellow around and slot it into 3-4,
That would be ideal, yeah. I
yeah.
don't know if I'll do that,
Well, do you know
but
how
we'll
long it
see
took
in a
me to
second,
see
I guess.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, that is what you do.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's what I did. Oh man, I'm smarter than I thought.
And now here comes that blue red. That's exactly what you want to see
Yeah.
coming
I
up.
wonder if I tuck it. Probably not. Yeah,
No,
that's
surely not,
okay.
because then you won't combo.
Then
Oh,
I'll put this down.
it's a T coming up, or it's a horizontal
Um,
into a vertical.
oh,
Oh, I hope you play this
I don't
low.
know if I don't know if I'll do it, but that's what I should do because
Oh,
I'll
I hope
get a
that's what it
triple for
is.
sure.
Yeah.
What I probably do is vertical five. I bet you that's what I'll do. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll just think, oh, it's okay. I'll get it. And that's honestly not a terrible thing to
No,
miss.
no,
I'll
no.
still get a combo here.
Yeah, that's
And
one
then
of
I'll have another
those.
double lined up.
Gosh, I want that for you now. I want you to magically just flip it and see it and go, oh my gosh, yes. Ugh.
Oh, right when you unpause, yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a miracle.
Oh, especially with garbage coming down. Oh, gross.
Yeah, but that's okay. I'll still get this combo
Yeah,
anyway,
you'll
so
still
it's
get
not a
this
huge deal.
vertical, and
Yeah,
that's done. And now you
more
can.
drop time, but it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, he is definitely keeping the pressure up, which is what DM Hero does.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's just kind of unavoidable. This double blue is going to the right because I have no idea where to put it.
Right,
Nothing to
right,
connect it
right.
to. So just fill in the gap, I guess, and
All right.
hopefully I can do something with it at some point.
Do you think you go ahead and clear out the yellow with the next pill, and that way you've at least got access to blue?
The first thing I thought I would probably do is column two is to try to clear it out. But after looking for more than a second, I think I could potentially do just vertical in four, and then I'm a red away from another combo. But that's not
Vertical.
really
Oh
great
yeah,
for keeping my board together. But it's something I could try. I'm not sure. I'll probably put it in two if I had to guess. Probably that was my gut decision.
yeah.
Yeah, just to try to clear it down, try to get things under control.
Double blue goes
But
into eight. Oh, double blue doesn't go into eight.
no, double blue goes here. I think just because I have nowhere better to put it other than maybe eight. And I'm just like, I just want to clear down this horrible yellow thing I just did. I'm
Yeah,
definitely like feeling the pressure here because I fell behind early, and every time I felt like I was about to get a foothold, some garbage has ruined that. So I'm probably making some more panicky, safety oriented moves, but it's not really helping me catch back up.
yeah. I'm looking at Hero's board and realizing that the next pill's going to combo, and then after that, he's got this stupid setup on top that's a quad with any red. That's a
Yeah.
quad. Oh, that is
I'm
gross.
looking over at it now.
That looks like an
Yeah, that's
engine.
disgusting. Well,
Oh,
mhm. And
okay.
that's the great thing about being ahead is that it gives you the time and the space to do stuff like this, and it just lets you keep the train rolling, which is what he's doing to me right now. It's actually a quintuple because these yellows are going to fall and make a fifth combo.
Oh, I didn't
So
even see
he's
that there
just
was a.
styling on me at this point. Yeah, I didn't see it until just now.
I think the pill hadn't shown up yet. All right, so you're gonna clear this garbage out, and then here comes. Okay, well you at
And then
least
I'll
got
get,
that one out of the way,
yeah,
but
but
here.
I'm not in a good position.
Oh no, not at all. Oh, and that just made it worse.
I mean, as you'd expect, but at least I have blue that I can do stuff with now, so that's
Yeah,
something. The yellow red's probably going on either 5, 6, or 6, 7.
that's what I would think. Yeah,
Um, and then we'll see what if I get blue pills, what I can do with them. I'm just playing pill by pill at this point,
you could
just
be
trying
dumb
to
and greedy and put it
make something
vertically on
happen.
5. That would be a terrible
Yeah,
habit.
I would consider that greedy for sure. I mean, if you see a double yellow in the next box,
Oh
it's
yeah,
actually the best
definitely.
option. But yeah.
But we both know that's not coming.
Oh, what am I doing?
I
What am
don't
I doing?
know.
Am I doing the greedy stupid thing?
No, no, no. You're not doing
Oh,
the greedy stupid thing.
oh,
You're
I'm
doing a different
panicking. That's what
greedy.
I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a
I don't know
different
what
greedy
that
thing.
move was.
No, but I bet you're gonna go 1-2 on this one, and then 3-4 on the
I can't believe
next
I'm
one.
not I cannot believe I'm not putting. I'm just panicking. There's no way. I can't believe I missed to put just stack them on the right on this yellow red setup that was just handed to me. I'm definitely panicking for sure.
At this point, I think you're looking for any red to put into this pit you're about to make in 3-4, because you're gonna take this double blue. I mean, you're
Yes.
gonna go double blue in 4, and there's one.
Yeah. Now that
That's
I've done this stupid thing, I have to commit to it for sure.
yeah.
And I think that this will just go into this. I mean, seeing the yellow red now,
Oh yeah, yeah.
obviously I should have waited, but I think in the moment I was not willing to wait to see the next box because I'm just in need of getting this cleared out. I just don't want to get caught
Agreed. You don't
with
see this in
garbage
real
falling in
time.
that pit. Yeah,
Nobody sees that in
exactly.
real
So I
time.
just I mean, if I had waited a second, I could have seen it, but I was not thinking of that. I'm just trying to play fast to catch up now.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see if that works out for me. It's a bold move.
Vertical 5.
Vertical five for sure. So
Oh,
many possibilities.
and look at this vertical 8 option. I hope you.
Exactly. So the vertical 5 gives me red, blue, and vertical 8, and it also gives me a yellow red can go 3 4, and I get a double either way. So hopefully I see this here. I'm pretty sure I will. Oh well,
It's still a
that's also
combo.
good.
It's
Yeah.
just not a triple. It's a double when it could have been a triple.
Right. Exactly. But anything at this point, any
Yeah.
port in a storm.
And I will just take this moment to remind you, me, and everybody that I went out in three top outs within like 2 minutes. So uh, I am definitely, this is definitely Monday morning quarterbacking. So don't, I'm
Yeah.
talking
No,
this through
that's.
with you, but I know that in the moment, ugh,
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, we're here to criticize. That's totally fine. Like, I mean, I kind of feel the same way when I do analysis, especially with guests now, where I don't want people to feel like I'm being too critical of their play or anything. But at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to criticize what happened here and see what we can learn from it and improve. So, don't hold back. Don't
yeah,
pull any
yeah.
punches.
All right, so I like dropping this yellow red into five just to kind of clear that top line down. I think two is way too risky unless there's a double red coming up next. Like two, three is
2 3 is probably what I would do. Honestly, I mean, I just
yeah,
yes, I see what you're saying, like clear the center column down, but like we're so far behind at this point that I'm kind of the opinion that if we don't start doing risky, high reward potential things, that there's no possible way we can come back.
yeah,
So you might as well go for the high reward option that gives you maybe a chance to win instead of the safe thing that even if it puts you, in a slightly better position right now, will not lead to a win.
yeah.
So
And I think this look on your
I mean that's hard
face.
to do on the fly, but yeah.
I think this look on your face is you seeing the first obvious move that you've had in like 30 pills.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Yeah.
yes, a straight down in six, dude. All right, come
No,
on now,
8. See, I just
come on now.
man, I just can't make an obvious play here. Jeez.
Because it was because I like even without seeing the yellow blue coming next, I'm like, yes, that is going to be a setup. You're one pill in. That's going to be a setup. And now, oh man,
And I would have had a combo,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
As soon as you were started like, oh, the first obvious move, the whole game, I was like, oh, you're jinxing it so hard, dude. Don't say that. I knew it. I knew it.
yeah. Jinxing something that happened 3 weeks ago. That's great.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh
right,
yeah.
looks like you're going 5 6. Oh, four
Yeah. Now
five.
I'm just like, yeah. Uh, who knows anymore? I'm in full like panic mode, I think. So yeah, I couldn't possibly guess what I'll do. I'm too volatile right now.
I'm going to cross my fingers for vertical six. Oh, never mind. It's
Oh,
going to go
shake
eight.
my head as soon as that happened because that was definitely going to clear out 4, and then as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, good,
Yeah,
game's probably over.
yeah. I think you're into survival mode. How do you feel in survival mode
Yeah.
generally? Is this something that you feel like you're
It
strong at?
depends. Uh, it depends if I see the line or not. Honestly, sometimes I do. Sometimes if the line isn't there, then I just kind of do what you just saw, um, and just crumble. But I think that as long as I have my ideas and I can still navigate to those ideas, then I'll be okay. But it's when I have this plan and I know exactly what I need to do, and then at the top of the screen, the garbage just blocks it perfectly, and I
Yeah,
have no other plan in my head. Then that's when I really crumble, and when I can't do survival, I need to be able to execute the plan. And in a situation like that, when it gets blocked, I'm just like, oh come on, dude, and I just kind of drop my train of thought. It's just really bad.
it's crazy to me that there are players who can manage that. But yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you were 20 viruses back. He's been comboing you left and right. Yeah, at a certain point, you're just like, ugh, fine. Well, this, you just let it go and see if you can take it on the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say, I like this next board. I like your chances on this next board because of the lower elevation of
I was just gonna say I really like DM Hero's chances on this next board as well.
it.
How
Well,
unlucky that he got the exact same amazing board that I did.
I was gonna say traditionally, again, he is he's a killer. He's not a speed. He doesn't default to speed. He defaults to kills. He's trying to get
Right,
you
that's
topped
fair.
out as much as possible. And seeing a board with an elevation this low, I immediately think this is this gives you a better chance of winning than it does because it forces him to change his play, to adjust his play, I should say.
Okay. That's an interesting idea. Just because it's a more friendly opening board that's not quite as it's a little flatter and maybe just less treacherous. Is
Yeah,
that what you
yeah.
mean? Because it'll be much more difficult to top out. That's fair. I don't ever really consider that when I'm looking at an opening board, to be honest. Not
No,
because it's
I
not
don't
worth it,
either.
but I just don't think about it.
But
Yeah.
at
But
at this point, I feel like you've got to make your smartest plays because the risk of being topped out is so much lower the lower the elevation is.
that's fair. Yeah. I think I'm really just especially after that last game, I'm just thinking of like just honestly playing faster, keeping up pace so that I can make sure that I get out of the opening strong and I don't fall behind early like I did last in the last game. I'll probably just 5-6 here. I want to say,
Yeah, I would
just try
assume
to get to that
so.
first combo.
Oh, especially with two of them coming up,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then
And this will be a 1-2.
yeah, and then
Yep. And then
you got to go
I
vertical
wonder
three.
if
No, because if you do the tuck, you're
I
gonna
wonder
lose
if
the combo.
no, no, I wouldn't lose a combo. I'd
I
still have the red blue. I wouldn't tuck it all the way in. I would leave it on 3-4. I wouldn't
okay,
put
okay.
it all the way under and clear out the red.
Because my initial thought is, oh yeah, tuck it underneath and then like all the way underneath. But yeah, yeah. So you're right. You're right. I still think I
I think
would
vertical
like.
3 is probably better though, honestly.
Oh, good, because that's what you
And I
did.
do it, yeah.
And then vertical eight.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yep.
Oh, does hero miss?
I
Okay,
think maybe that was a misdrop, yeah.
it's
But
it's
he does have
possible.
like a combo opportunity because of it now, so who knows?
Yeah. All right, but you're
We'll
both
see
gonna
what
get
he
this
does after
combo,
this.
and it's gonna
He gets there just a little ahead of me.
wreck you because it's gonna put into one or two. I guarantee. Yep.
Yep.
And yours doesn't. Doesn't it always go that way? Doesn't it always go that way? Because now he's
Yeah,
got.
but I got center column. I got the center column, which is never bad. That's actually pretty decent. You could almost say I came ahead of it in that one.
I
Because he'll get another
mean,
combo in a moment, which is not great, but at least I made things a little treacherous in the center. Um,
yeah, but now
like
he's got
there's
another
not even
combo
really a
on you.
good way to horizontal that because of where his red like group in column 3 is positioned because it'll clear out. It's like unless you get double red, that's not really easy to clear out. So
Yeah.
I like that garbage, but we'll see what his second garbage is, and then we can things change so quickly in verses. So
Yeah. I like what the options you've got and the fact that you've got enough speed to get into 6-7 twice before he has the opportunity. Oh, and it's going to be three times. That combo hasn't hit yet. So you're going to hit same time he does, and you're now like four
wow,
pills ahead of him.
yeah, that's the power of playing faster is
Yeah.
just getting to those combos before they can be blocked is so important. Um, and this garbage is amazing for
Yeah,
me,
it's a
so
great
that's
garbage.
awesome.
So, I mean, I would assume go into like 5-6 or 4-5 for the next one. Although
This
stacking
one's
it on
kind of a
one
tough
two,
one. I could stack it on 1-2, but I'm really far away from actually getting that horizontal just because of the
yep,
yellows that are there. So I might just put it in the center, maybe tuck it under, maybe put it on top. I'm not even really sure what I would do. I think in the moment I'd probably just try to clear out the yellows in the center and I'll make a blue garbage and
yeah, that's what
it
I'm
is what it
thinking.
is.
Put it on 4-5
Or
and
I could vertical two is another possibility, but again, it's very far away from
yeah,
being a thing. This will go into 7-8.
really seven
Get
eight,
those
not six
doubles.
seven.
Well, 7-8 gives me an
Oh,
actual
yeah,
combo
I
in
see.
one
I see
pill.
that.
So
I didn't even notice that they
yeah,
were both doubles there. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
yeah.
Dude,
Oh, and then you know what? It's fine. I'm over it.
yeah, the one person who doesn't have to pay you money whenever you say that. All right,
Yeah, fair.
double red. Hopefully into four. I would hope four.
I might put in two, honestly,
Okay,
just to
yeah,
clear
two's
off
good.
this really awkward looking piece. But four is probably better because I have an actual.
Horizontal
Well,
option.
so four is cleaner, and I do have like red combo with a red yellow, but technically vertical 2 is a little more treacherous, but gives me more options. I get a combo off of red yellow and red blue and double red. So
Or yeah,
yeah, so that's probably better, I think, just because of that. But of
yeah.
course, yeah,
Well, yeah, but
I feel like,
you talked yourself out of it.
but I jinxed it. So
All right, 5-6. That's the right play there.
yeah, this will probably be vertical 2, but who can really say anymore? Vertical
Yeah.
2 will give me just a combo setup, so I might do that.
Well, you could
I don't
also,
know
but
anymore.
again,
Let's see.
you're pretty close to getting that horizontal and clearing out that garbage. If you go 1-2,
Right.
it's an option. But granted, as soon
Yeah, I
as you
could do that.
do, you're going to get a red blue or a red yellow or a blue red or blue yellow, and then he's going to slap some garbage right into that 5.
Yeah, I could also empty clear one of these blue groups in the center to the right, just to. But no, I'll do that. Whatever. Yeah, I think I did that just so I wouldn't cover over the horizontal,
Okay.
even though I could have just cleared it out, like you said. But
Yeah, well, I
um,
mean,
it's okay. Garbage is never that bad. Now I have a yellow red opportunity that I can start building towards, so
that you do.
it's not the worst.
And you just clear the whole thing out.
Can I clear the whole thing? But that's okay. I have time. I think
Yeah.
any red yellow is a double to begin with, so it's probably fine just to
Right.
not, accidentally cut my column off and lose the whole game over it.
And now you got a
I'll
column.
probably just take the easy double here.
Yeah. There's that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'll set
Okay.
it back up again.
Now you're cooking. And of
Nice.
course it
Like that. And yeah.
clears, but you've got the option for 1-2.
And just to note, if we look at DM Heroes board for a second, that red garbage I called out as being pretty awesome really early on, still a huge
Has
problem on his board and
Yes, it
messing up his
is.
center like crazy. So that's like I said, I think that was maybe pretty garbage for me.
Yeah, that's
But
that's a
yeah,
that's a long term play.
for sure. But yeah, this is probably 1-2.
I would
I would
assume so.
imagine
Hey, we called it vertical
for
6.
once. Vertical 5, yeah. I think so. I think what you meant.
Oh
You
yeah.
like to set up for
Oh,
this
sorry. There's a red
horizontal column,
first.
right? Oh, the reds. I was thinking of the double blue.
Yeah, that's because we
Uh,
were in the frame where you
Probably,
can't see the double blue. The next pill hadn't popped out yet. Yeah, double 6, then double 5, and then combo.
and then combo. Yeah,
5-6. Yeah,
gotta
that's
be.
garbage on both. Well, you get the option for 6-7-2. It's an extra quarter second of drop time, but it's at
I
this
think I
point.
just take the. I think I just take
Yeah, take the garbage
this
clear.
one. Yeah, because there's literally zero. It's a minor thing, but it's important.
Interesting.
I wonder if I just bring down one here just to like
Well, yeah,
keep it
you've
safe.
you've committed to that.
I could wait for a blue yellow, but
Yeah, but then you're going to
this
need a
blue
double
red could.
red. Yeah, I think you bring it down.
Um,
Well,
yeah, I
because
do
it's
bring it down.
reds
I just don't
underneath the
want to get.
yellow. So to stack it
Oh,
up,
yeah,
you'd need a double red, or you're going to make more garbage.
yeah.
Okay. Horizontal. Okay. The option for vertical was there, but then you're going to need a red yellow to stack on 4 and a couple of I mean that's a long way away.
Yeah. I know I'm kind of a bit ahead here, so I'm probably just trying to find fast moves, and I'm not super
Yeah.
worried about that kind of thing. I disagree with that. I should have done it the other way, but that's okay. Uh, I'm disagreeing with a lot of my moves tonight, so it's fine.
Well, the good news is
But
he's going to give you. Oh no, it's just a one red. It looked like it was two reds coming down at the same time. It's like, oh, he's going to take
mhm,
a clear for you.
I'll probably just clear these yellows out since the blue garbage ruined the combo
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah,
And then here comes a
got a combo.
combo.
I'll probably set up for an L or a T. I think maybe I'll just lay it over the top.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice. Oh, and you
and I
get it
definitely should have
too.
put that yellow on top. I would have had a triple, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I probably just didn't want to bank on getting the double so quickly, and then I did. So that's fine. Small things.
Where do you
I'll
land
get another
on
double
the
here anyway.
where do you land on the debate between two doubles and a quad? I know it's
Um,
situational. I'll take that
I
argument right out of the
think
way.
I think that um two doubles is generally better, and I think that it's not like it's that much better, but I definitely do like stall my combos in order to keep stun locks going. So I feel like the two doubles are generally what I'd prefer.
Right answer.
Also,
You get
just
to stay
because
on the
it's just
show.
a little. That's is that your answer? Do
That's
you
my
agree
answer.
with
Yeah.
the two
In
doubles?
in
Okay,
almost
yeah,
every situation, I go for two doubles over a quad.
nice.
I know there's
Yeah, I
a
mean quads are great, but
yeah. There's
two
situational
doubles because they're
advantage
guaranteed to stack is so good.
unless your opponent is within like two rows of topping out on both 4 and 5. I don't see going for a quad if it's that much more
Yeah.
work.
Well, I mean, if you really just want guaranteed center column garbage in 4 or 5, then you can just get a triple for that if you really want, if that's all you really care about.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think a triple's much better than a double. Like the difference between a triple and a double is way bigger than the difference between a quad and a triple. We can put it that way.
Yeah. All right, so you're about to get another combo here, and for you, I hope that it lays garbage on 6, because hero with garbage
That
on
would be
6 is devastating.
amazing. That is super, yeah, super
Oh, I didn't
devastating.
even I missed the next pill coming down, so it was
So
not the
did I.
combo I thought it was going to be. Still a
Still a
combo
combo, so
though,
that's
and it goes
we get
4A.
center column, but not 6. But I'll get another one here in a second. Never mind, I missed it,
No,
but I get one anyways,
no,
so that's
I
good.
see.
I'm just
I don't
breaking combo
dis.
setups a lot.
Here we go. I don't dislike the setup. So you get this. You lay vertical. Oh,
But I
okay.
tucked it.
Yep.
What I should have done is
I
put it
see.
vertical and then just clear it for the combo. Excuse me, clear for the combo right away. But it is what it is.
Yep.
I could have even put this double yellow horizontally in 3 and 4, and then I would have like sort of unblocked the first column and got a combo.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, there's just so many other better ways to play it than what I did, but at least I did it quickly.
Yeah. Well,
I guess.
hindsight.
That's the
And you still get a combo here, and you've laid yourself up enough garbage.
Yeah, he'll find a sweet quad, but now he stacks up high in the center, he clears it away. But
Yeah.
he's just, yeah, like his board
Okay.
is a huge mess.
That combo I love. That was,
I missed it. I was
you know,
looking
you're
at
good.
Hero's
You're
board to
good.
be honest.
So your setup is here, and
Oh,
then
this,
bing,
yeah,
bang, boom. Just a
yeah,
real, that's textbook from the guy
for
who wrote
sure.
the
But I feel like
textbook.
those are the kinds, not for verses, not yet, TBD. But like those kinds of little double opportunities are like the easiest ones to miss, and I think it's just so huge to find them. When you can just get so many more combo opportunities that way.
Yeah, I mean, you
But
cranked out
yeah, it's not enough.
3 combos there in short order. So I really like, you notice I didn't even bother to pause to talk about them because they were the obvious combos, and you hit them, you hit them, you hit them. You really damaged his board. So
Yeah, and he was already behind to begin with, so
yeah,
that was
yeah,
just the
yeah.
end of it. Yeah.
That
I love
is.
watching this back. You can see me warming my hands on my jeans. Like I'm
Oh my
rubbing my
gosh.
legs because I'm just trying to warm my hands here in between games because it was so cold in the convention center. Like the AC
Right.
was doing its job a little too well.
Uh,
And to the point where like I was like, my hands are kind of cold and I don't know if I'll be able to. Cold hands genuinely affect my play for
yeah,
real.
yeah. Same.
So for me, I was like, yeah, just you play a little slower, not to your full, potential in terms of how fast you're going. So I was definitely like, I got to speed up. I got to keep the hands warm, physically warm.
And I mean, this is white bracket, so you were the last ones in in the brackets to come through. I was in the second set of brackets, and they still had the bay doors open. So
Oh no.
I'm looking over at Ibar, and I was like, dude, they're trying to give you an advantage here because I mean, Ibar's in Michigan and works out in the
You're from
cold.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah, and literally that was half of my problem. The other half is my brain was still foggy. But yeah, I feel like fully half my problem was my hands. Like I just could not get them warm, and they weren't
Mm.
loose. They were 100% not loose, and it affected my play. So yeah, I complained about it at Chris too. So he's heard all of this already.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I was happy to get the later time slot in the day because I just felt like it wouldn't be as brain foggy in the morning and all that stuff. And I would have some time to warm up. I feel like my first 3 to 5 crowns of the day are always just all terrible terrible play, and just so bad. And I just need to get them out of the way before I play games that actually matter.
Makes sense.
So I had the opportunity to do that, so that was a huge bonus for me.
It it got to the point, like, I got done with my match, and shook Dave's hand because it's Dave. Super Steve saying he kept his hands in his hoodie pocket and wrapped in a rally towel. I'm glad that worked for you, dude, because it did not for me. It got to the point because Dave tapped me out like 3 times really fast, and Moto and Cat Pants were just putting on a clinic on the other side. So I had already like shook hands with him, sat back down, was telling everybody, hey, look at Dave's shirt. He's got a freaking neon sign underneath of it. Um, but at one point, I'm looking up and I'm going, these guys are going forever, and Dave's going to get cold. So I actually brought my controller back up to the front and said, "Hey, let's keep you warm, because otherwise,
Yeah.
And we played a couple of much better crowns than what we'd played in the first place. But yeah, it was very uncomfortable in there. So nice to hear a Canadian say you had trouble keeping your hands warm.
Oh yeah, dude, I don't actually like the cold. Don't get me wrong. I'm just used to it. I just know how to fight it. That's the only difference.
All right, so I went ahead and got you to where you could see the next pill, but yeah, at this point, you guys are already both moving into 1-2. That's the obvious move. I think 7-8's the next move for the start
For
here.
sure.
And then I want to say 4 just because it's higher elevation and therefore a higher priority pill. But
Oh, for this double yellow? Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't see that come up yet. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I would assume I'm gonna put it
yep.
probably horizontally, maybe just vertically in 5,
Vertical
just to keep the
5.
the 3-4 setup alive.
Okay, I could see that. We
And
get
now I have an easy double stack placement for any split pill I get, assuming I don't get garbage. So that's
and that
probably why I did that.
that is a very it's a very underrated move set. Yeah, this is what I'm always talking about when I'm doing commentary and I'm having to say things on the fly and my brain doesn't really keep up. My mouth doesn't keep up with my brain. We always talk about doubles and how valuable they are, but like double pill setups because you can do it in fewer pill halves. But I think it
Mhm.
matters so much more having access to somewhere to put all of the split pills.
Yeah, for sure. And it's very rarely as straightforward as this board is right now. But if you, when you do get that opportunity, it's just amazing. It's like this is just the most flowchart board I could possibly imagine, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it any day of the week because it's very like it's usually much more complicated than that. But this one, assuming you play faster and you get to the combo first, hopefully it stays this easy.
Yeah, Jonas had a whole video on that in Tetris about building your top line such that you have a place to put any possible pill that would show up, and or
Mhm.
piece that would show up. I will never be able to commentate Tetris because I keep calling them pills. Uh, force a habit. All right, obvious combo. Another obvious combo. Good lord, man. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
only piece I don't 100% agree with. Although seeing what's in the next
The
box, that does make more sense now.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's. I was just like open the blue red, and then I have a great blue red spot after this.
Yeah, because the one thing that I was thinking was double yellow into 1-2 to get the horizontal. Again, that speed player coming out.
Hmm.
But now seeing this and that coming up after, I mean, that's just gorgeous. There's nothing to talk about. I think red yellow
Yeah, this
into
board was. Yeah, this. I was gonna say this board's so straightforward, and if you look over at Hero's side, it's like, how did he end up there when on such an
uh,
easy board? And it's
where your
just,
garbage went.
when yeah, exactly. And I think it just is like a perfect example of how much like the pace of your play matters, especially when the board's straightforward and all the moves are obvious. Then the advantage is not going to go to who can
Mm-hmm.
find the better moves because you're finding all the perfect moves very easily. The advantage ends up going to whoever is playing them faster and getting the garbage first and messing it up for the other person. And that's probably literally all that the only thing that uh, made me put me so far ahead. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win here. Like I don't see
Oh,
how I
pretty
don't come
handily,
like
yeah.
how he comes back from this, but yeah, I mean it purely comes down to I got the combos first, and if he got them on me first, then I probably would be in his position instead.
Yeah, that's definitely something I focused a lot on in my versus play was being the first person to get the combo because sometimes that is the
Yeah.
only difference. Okay,
Hmm.
this red yellow I disagree with. I see what you're doing, but you're making a double yellow dependency, and as clean as the rest of your board has been, I think forcing garbage at this point is not the smartest play. I like it on 6-7 instead, but it's really tomato
Yes.
tomato.
No, I think 6-7 probably is better. You get a red yellow and a red blue setup real easy. But I guess seeing the double red coming maybe is what made me think, oh, I'll
Yeah,
put it here. I can
stack
put
it on
the
two.
double red on top, and then I have a
Ah,
drop,
okay,
and that's probably what I'll do.
okay,
Yeah.
that makes more
But
sense.
I mean, I think it happened to work out well in this case, but I think generally speaking, I think your idea was probably way better.
I mean, you're about to do it,
Just in
so
terms of like statistically.
okay,
Well, I'll get it now, yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah. So this yellow blue coming up, I very much like vertical four.
yep.
I
Hmm.
hope that's what you do. We'll see.
You could argue vertical 5 just because
Yeah,
just sets it up, but that doesn't even matter.
nope,
I
it
think I
does
was
not.
going for it, but the game ended.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you had put it yellow side down for a second there, and that was very confusing to me. I don't know if you were.
Oh, it's possible I was thinking to tuck it, maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
that was my thought, but I think that's better than any of the moves we talked about. So maybe just trying to keep it clean. Who knows?
yeah. Okay,
But
good.
now we'll never know, I guess.
Right. Okay, so 6-7 again. That's the clear move.
Yep.
Um,
I can't imagine another move than that.
yeah. No, I'm looking at the next one, and it's a yellow. No, it's a double blue coming up. I I don't know that
Oh,
I
the double
ad.
blue is probably about to come out.
It is. It is. It's already out on Heroes board. I don't know that I advocate this for anybody else, but for me, my initial thought is putting it tucked in under 5-6.
Under 5-6.
Yeah, the double blue, putting it on 5-6.
Oh, to get a horizontal clear, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Um,
I
you
don't.
could do that.
I don't know that I
You could do
advocate it for
that. You
anybody
could
else.
I Yeah, I think I would probably just clear vertical 4. You could also tuck 1 2 maybe.
Nope,
Um
you go 3.
oh, I go 3. Interesting. I don't know why I did that. Probably should have just vertical cleared out, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Well, you're going 1-2, and if you stack vertical 1 on the next one, then you're set up for a
Then
combo.
I'll have a really set it for a combo, but it's real awkward.
Yeah, well,
Um
it's
just because
gonna be
the
awkward,
blue
bud.
group's in the way.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're probably that's probably still correct. I just don't love it. I don't see a better option.
that's what you did. But here's your combo, and the double yellow's coming next. So,
Oh,
um,
never didn't have it.
and check it. You're actually got
But yeah.
you've got two combos set up, and you should be able to get them both before Hero's combo triggers on you. So you're actually either about
Uh
to quad him or well, let's see. Let's see what you do.
I think I'll get 2 doubles and I
Oh,
should get there first.
yeah, you
No, he
didn't get.
gets me first, but that's okay. I didn't get blocked at least.
Oh, this is gross pill because you can get over the top, but you really don't want to.
Surely I don't actually do that. I
You
mean, I
surely
could
not.
get it over, but
Yeah, and actually
I feel like
with the blue red coming up, you've got the option to clear the blues, and then the next blue you can take it with a tuck.
yeah. You also, if you do put this in vertical 3, you have the option to just pill delete off the top to clear it away.
Yeah,
But obviously that doesn't get you anywhere. It's just kind of dumping yellows somewhere.
and that's
I
what you
just
do.
make a yellow red setup probably. Nice.
You get yourself a combo, and you do actually do the tuck
Yeah.
regardless, but you had a lot more time to do it.
Yeah, I do it here. I think this is mostly just like a safety thing, just
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to lose access to the left side and I just want to take it down now before it gets any worse. And sets up a blue yellow setup, so it's not like the worst move ever.
Yeah, and you've got I would assume two on the double red, although five is just as like either way
Well,
it's oh
two gives me an actual double red setup, so I'm probably doing that. Also, double red seems to be like the pill you get the rushes of most often. Don't quote me
yes.
on that. It's just totally
It
anecdotal,
feels
but
that way.
I'm a superstitious guy when it comes to this stuff. So yeah,
I don't think I wouldn't call it superstitious as much as you've gotten intuition from seeing hundreds and hundreds of boards, probably thousands and thousands of boards at
yeah,
this point. Like you start to get a feeling for, oh, I've seen this, that means I'm going to see it again, or I'm going to see something else. It it really
that's true.
it gets intuitive, and we can talk in technical discussion all we want to about this pill coming or that pill coming. At the end of the day, we all have seen so many boards. We're feeling it out, and nothing's ever going to change that, I don't think.
For sure. I just want to be clear. Like, I am not a statistician. Don't take my words as legal advice, whatever.
Yeah, I think double reds and double yellow or red yellows are probably the two most rushed pill sequences. But
That's what it feels like for sure.
mm-hmm. All right, anyway, let's let this combo down, and then I would assume put the double blue in 7. Nope. Did
I
you take the
think
clear?
so. No, just take a clear.
Well, with the
Probably just to keep it.
I mean, with the yellow blue coming up next, it does make more sense that way. But you were
I
you
guess the idea is just that I try to avoid doing moves that don't make setups, or and if I can make it clear and just sort of keep things safe or make progress rather than build up something that is not going to net a combo more than likely without additional work, then I
yeah.
just do that instead, especially near the top half of the board. But um, it's probably very situational. It's not like the kind of thing where one is always correct to do over the other.
My thought process was stack the next yellow into 5 6, and then the next yellow blue you've got is a combo. But all
In
academic.
5-0.
Yeah, if you've got double blue in
Yes.
7, then you put a yellow in
Oh,
6, and then the
yeah.
next yellow blue comes
I see what
down.
you're saying.
But
Yeah.
doesn't matter
Yeah, that makes sense.
because you're about to place this here, and
I'm sure I'll put it there,
interesting.
and some garbage happens.
Yeah, more garbage happens.
That
Oh,
makes this red yellow super
you
awkward.
you made it work.
Oh wow, I didn't even see that right away. Sorry, I think I'm lagging behind a little bit because
Oh,
I'm
no
seeing it
worries.
all happen unfold now. But yeah, that horizontal situation was pretty cool. I didn't have time to really look at it to see it in the moment right now, but obviously I saw it then, and yeah, I think that was just a nice way to keep things clean.
So I'm trying to feel if you're doing. I guess you're doing into 2 3 here.
Yeah, I think this is just a safety thing to keep the board even, and because of this center column garbage that's really like it's not that close to the top, but this is how it starts. So even just taking it down a column is not too bad, especially if I'm not really giving up a setup or something to do this.
But now you're giving yourself a ton of options, like probably too many options, because the yellow blue can then go into 1 2 2 3 3 4 6 7 or 7 8, and all of them are valid
I think
answers.
I think it can't be 1-2 because 5 6 or 6 7 and 7 8 are both one pill away from a combo. So it's got to be one of those.
Yeah,
Um,
let's see what you do.
so I'm pretty sure it'll be 7 8. That's what I think would be best.
Looks like you're going 6 7, but
Okay, that's fine.
yeah, I
I
mean,
I
I
I actually can't see it yet, but
I
there we
feel
go.
I
Yeah.
feel like 6 7 and 7 8 are equally relevant.
Yeah, I guess the idea to me was to expose the red, but I don't know how much that actually matters, to be honest.
Well, and you've got a
I
double
think
yellow
either
coming up.
again, it's probably just whichever one I see first and do quickly is the real answer.
Yeah, with the double yellow coming up, you can expose a red with the next pill, and that's exactly what you do. You get a combo, and Okay, so your choice is 1, 2. That was your next choice on that. And now I'm looking at Hero's board
Mm.
and going, ugh. You stacked him up again.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
that's pretty gross. And the it's the worst possible way too because he's got all these setups and you have just
Yeah.
destroyed them.
And they've just been blocked. Yeah.
That
This
is
blue garbage on 6 is not great for him, but
no, it is not. All right,
mm.
so double yellow on 4 is where you're going. Looks like 7 would be the next one.
I think 4 would be the next one just so that I can get a setup with this horrible spire I've made. So that I can at least kind of justify making that move. I'm assuming that's why I put it there in the first place was to make a quick setup in the center and hopefully get it
Right, right.
quickly
I'm saying
before
you've got
garbage
another
falls
double
there.
yellow coming, so I'm hoping 7 is the next one after this.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There he goes. And now you've got another shot at 1, 2 as Hero's going to get a combo. Let's see what kind of garbage that makes. Oh, it blocks your setup.
I haven't seen it yet. It's
It's
still catching
coming.
up to you, I
Yeah, yeah.
think. Oh, yeah, I blocked my setup and it kind of well, it takes away the blue red like the options I had, but it actually opens up a setup for yellow red anyway, so it's kind of okay. But that column 5 garbage is real bad and I want to address that as soon as possible.
Here, let me turn off your streaming and restart it and see if that helps. I'm streaming it over to Lev on Discord, folks, just so that's clear. Maybe that'll and then if I do
Oh, I should click watch stream probably.
Oh, yeah, that might be helpful. Are you watching it on my stream?
No, no,
Oh,
sorry. The
okay.
watch stream button in Discord is what I meant. My bad. Yeah, no, I see it again. That's perfect.
Cool, 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 cool. All right. So at this point, I guess you just lay it over into 7, 8. Take the, or maybe even vertically in
Um,
4. Oh, nope, nope.
I think
The
if
garbage.
yeah, the garbage exactly. Well, I think if I get a double yellow after this yellow red in the next box, I think I'd just stack it on 5 just to take it down.
Yeah, but there's a combo,
But
is all I'm saying.
that's obviously oh, no, I'm gonna take the combo first. Sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. I was just talking about that.
No, you're good. You're
Yeah.
good. Oh, and you do get a double yellow and you don't take the combo. Okay.
Oh, what? Oh, I think I was just so like tunnel visioned into getting rid of this column 5 issue but I probably should have just taken the combo. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're gonna get
But
another
this
yellow red. That goes into 2 vertically, and then a red blue is gorgeous for you. But
Oh yeah, this ended up being really crazy, and it really didn't have to be, and it probably shouldn't have been, but I
yeah,
guess it was cool anyway. I stack up 2 and 4 real high, and then I get the blue red in like in the nick of time or
yeah.
something.
Please tell me
It
you
looked
drop
cool
this
at
on
least. That's
7.
good.
Oh no! But it
Yeah,
is
this is
there. It
why it was
is.
cool
Ugh.
because I'll put it here, and then I get it in just in time to make a
I'll,
triple.
I'll be honest. I'm a little mad at you for that, for missing the
Yeah, I
obvious
got away with
combo.
that one.
You really did.
I am too. In the moment, I had no idea I had missed it, but I mean,
Hey,
yeah, the crowd liked it, so that's cool. I'll take it.
it's opportunism. All right, so red yellow, you've got, especially with that garbage coming in where it is. I mean, you've got the option for 3, 4, but it doesn't take care of what you're tunnel visioned on, which is column 5. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
So in a situation like this, when you have this like spire in the center and it has garbage on top that you want to clear vertically because that's just the easiest, simplest way to do it. You don't have to think too hard about it. The problem is it's very dangerous because
Mm-hmm.
if especially when it's just one piece that has nothing else connected to it, because if I start to build that vertical group to clear it and then I get garbage there again, then I'm really
Mm-hmm.
screwed. And especially in the center, I probably just lose the game. Um, but if you see in your next box that you're going to get another yellow red, it might be worth it. And if you see a double yellow, then it might definitely be worth it. As long as you know you're going to be able to clear it right away, then it's fine. But if not, then you might have to do something safer. And I think I was talking to Snipe in his analysis. Yeah, and I don't even go for it because I just see a double red in the next one. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to make a group of 2 on a tower like that and then just get capped off at the top. That sounds awful.
I mean, double red's a
So I
combo.
just go for this. Exactly, yeah. And then I'll figure, well, when I get a double yellow, maybe I'll go for it, or maybe I'll find some horizontal idea later. But let's get a combo for the moment.
God, you're still at 35 speed. Like it feels like we've been at this game forever, and you've seen 50 pills.
Yeah.
That's what happens when I
Doesn't feel like we've
overanalyze.
made much progress at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we can speed up a little bit later, but
No, I meant like in this game, in this
oh yeah, yeah,
particular
yeah.
crown, like on the board. We haven't made much progress on the board.
I think at this point you keep ignoring five and just force him to combo you up into five. You know, you take the blues where you can
Yeah.
to make a horizontal and start underclearing it as safely as possible. But I think at this point you just keep going. Like I think this next red yellow goes into 7-8.
Yeah, probably. Unless again, if I see a double yellow, I might do that instead. I might put it in 4-5 or something instead just to clear it down a little bit. But again, it's all situational. It's totally based on the next box.
Ah, still there. Interesting.
Oh no, yeah, that was just wrong. Should have just been at 7-8.
Well, the one advantage it gives you is again, if blues ever start showing up, you can start knocking out this blue virus horizontally, as well as the fact that if you lay this red yellow vertically in three, you've got the possibility of making a T.
Yeah, I just saw that and I thought to myself, I wonder if I'll get way too clever for my own good and do it vertically in three. Because that sort of thing is like really risky to do. It's just I'm open to so many possible bad garbage drops that it's almost not worth doing that move. But
If you get bailed out by a
maybe I
red,
think I have to.
if you get bailed out by red blue, I'm gonna be mad at you again. Because all right, here comes the double red. Should go into one, and you're gonna kind of get bailed out. If so, stacking this blue vertically on two or horizontally on 1-2 gives you an option for a red yellow clear next.
I almost and I definitely won't do this move in the actual match, but looking at it now, I think putting this double blue horizontally in 6
Six
7
seven, yeah.
would be really good because then now I have a red blue combo and a blue yellow combo
Mm-hmm.
and uh, a red yellow combo. I just have everything. So
Yeah, I like six
it
seven as an
just
option.
gives me so many options.
And
But I probably won't see that here, honestly.
if you're one, I'd say even if it's just one virus or one pill higher in elevation on five, I think that's immediately what you do. You know, to try to because it's the
Yeah,
best opportunity you've had to work this spire down since it showed up. You're still stuck with
that's the other thing too. Yeah.
you're still stuck with all this garbage because it's nothing usable, but it's still getting it knocked down is helpful. But let's see what you do. All right, vertically, and now
Wow.
you're getting greedy. I'm here for it.
Am I gonna go center here because it's finally like the one time this is only good? No.
No, no, no.
Oh, I should have gone for a T here with this double, but
Oh, okay, I see it.
I would
Going
have
into
had it
7-8.
too because I have blue yellow in the next. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I
I
should have, but it's.
I don't dislike these plays, especially. Oh, that's gross. So take the combo where you can. Now you got a double yellow coming up.
This might go on the top of this tower just to try to get it down because I haven't been able to make any progress on it for a while.
Yeah, and notice that you're about to get a clear. Actually, he's about to combo himself. Oh, that
Love
is the
that.
that garbage. That
We
freaking
take
garbage,
those.
man.
Yeah, when this happens, if I don't go in the center column, then it'll probably be in two to make
Two.
like a
Yeah,
setup.
I agree. All right, you go
It
for it
really depends what I
and
have.
get your combo. Or it's
Yeah.
not a combo, but
It's not a combo, but it is going to help me. I'm going to just take the whole center down now
yep.
with this. Yeah.
Yeah, and now you got the option for a combo here. You're gonna take it. It doesn't leave you with a great place for the next pill, but man, you're comboing like crazy now. You've hit your stride at this point because
Yeah, I finally worked my way out of the spot I was put in.
you're about to fat log this. Oh no, you're not gonna fat log this.
No, I remember this happened and I was like, oh man, that's so brutal because it
Yes.
just ruins the whole setup. I think I
Yeah.
just try to clear out the blues here.
Yeah. And he's
I try to do it
really
in such a way as to get a combo.
he's really catching up at this point, or he's trying
Well, I'm
to.
getting a little greedy here. I'm definitely getting greedy here, but I feel like it's not too bad. You have to get combos at some point.
Yeah, and I mean
It's
at
just really not.
the height he's playing at, he's going to get his combos faster than you are. All right, I like this play. I really like this play now. That is gorgeous.
I'm missing. Sorry, I'm not seeing it yet.
Oh, sorry. It's the big setup.
I mean, yeah, the big horizontal setup. I didn't see exactly how I did it, and I was like, I wonder what I do
Oh.
here, and it was gone. But yeah,
And hey, Ultra, yes, this is both. That is a misdrop on one.
definitely. Yeah, I definitely did not mean to do that.
I only call it out
Unless,
because
unless
no.
I'm doing an umbrella on purpose, but I almost never do that, so I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah, here comes the vertical. Here comes the horizontal. Oh, you
Right. That
failed to
was
get it
that
over.
was just I didn't. Yeah, exactly. And I think in this game, I think Betty's either in the audience or in commentary, and she calls me out for doing an umbrella. And I was like, trust me, I did not. A lot of people have asked me, like, did you do that on purpose in that game against Hero? And it's like, no, dude, I just didn't get it over. I wish I was that clever
Yeah.
to think that, oh, this is the perfect opportunity for an umbrella. No, not at all.
All right. Well, I like this. You've got a vertical in four at twice, and that'll bring it down and get you a combo. So hopefully that's what you do here. Nope. Okay.
Yeah. Nope, I just clear it off the side. I'm not really sure why. I might just still be flustered from this misdrop from before, and I'm just like
Oh yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
thinking about it.
Misdrop. There's
It's
a
probably
reason.
what's happening.
There's a reason my saying is that misdrops breed. That's literally that's what they do. They fluster you and you can't think it for a few seconds.
Right.
All right. Interesting time to do that. I thought maybe I thought for sure you were going tuck into 6-7 just to get that
So
blue out of the
the
way.
I don't actually want to clear that blue yet, and the biggest reason, and this is kind of like very situational, but like I said, I do technically have a bit of an umbrella here. But even if it doesn't work out, like the biggest problem with the umbrella is that column 8 has this red group that's exposed at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So if I try to use this umbrella and I get red garbage in column 8, then
Mm-hmm.
it's going to bring everything down, and column 7 is going to be awful. But if I leave this the way it is now, I'll actually get a charity combo out of it, and the Spire won't be too bad.
That's
So
true.
I'm kind of leaving it like this on purpose, and then if I get some other color of garbage in column 8, then it's an umbrella now, and I'll just clear this blue out and go on my with my end game. But if I kind of want to leave that possibility open for now and just take other moves instead until I get garbage in column 8 and see what happens.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you see yourself going vertically in four to get a horizontal, or do you think you go into 4
I
5
think
and just start stacking it up vertically?
Yeah, I think I'm more likely to try for a drop to drop into this horizontal to make a double. That's
Nope.
probably what I'll be thinking here. Nope, I just
Nope.
take it.
Take it. Um. Okay, I do like this setup that you've got because you've got now the opportunity for a well, it's one pill short of a fat log. Actually, if you laid it up vertically, you could like if you put this vertically on
Hmm.
five, then
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
you're gonna need another red yellow. Let's see if there is another. Oh, never mind.
We just get garbage. So maybe I'll do like a lotus drop
Ugh,
pips thing, or I'll just go on the left.
dude, you did have a red yellow, and this is the right
Oh,
time
we
for
just
that
do it this
combo.
way, and then I finally just used that blue just because it was too tempting to get the combo there. Yeah.
It was a nice combo.
I don't know why I put the red yellow like that.
I
Probably
do.
because I just don't. I want to clear out 7 before the umbrella might fall. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're seeing a lot of red yellows, so it makes sense. You go ahead and put the next red yellow into 6-7, vertical on 7 the next one, and you've got yourself a combo and the first pill that you need to set up on this yellow at the bottom.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Although this garbage might be a weirdness to it. Oh yeah, you don't even bother. Like you get the combo and get going.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Time for late game heroics.
Now I'm trying to set up something really crazy in the center for some reason.
It's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy, but it is kind of uh, a big thing to build up if it should get blocked. But
You're
looks like
dropping into a
things are
combo.
mostly going okay.
Combo,
Yeah,
combo, combo,
set up
combo.
the blue horizontally. I love that.
Oh, I'm loving what you're about to do here. Because,
Yep. Yeah, I'm thinking I have to get this first column down, so we might as well build combos over there.
and he
Whoa,
gives you a little charity there. God,
that
that
was a
was,
sweet shape. I've never seen that. That
yeah, I know, right?
was like a scorpion or something. I don't
Wait,
know.
this red yellow right here.
Oh yeah, I should just be comboing. I don't know what I.
Well,
Well, where do I end up putting this on the left? I don't even know.
you drop it into 1-2, I would imagine, so that you've got a horizontal with the yellow garbage, which none of
Yes,
it's garbage. So,
I might just be trying to just get column one all the way down, just to
yeah.
get the left dealt with. But I'm gonna make garbage on top of the blue. Maybe I'm thinking horizontal for that one, but
And I mean, you've got hero
I mean that's not
goalposted.
horrible.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think any combo should be fine. So
And you got another red yellow coming up, so it's not going to be detrimental because you should see it at this point. Yeah, there it goes.
get more
7.
garbage.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna put
okay.
it. Whoa, wow, I'm getting real fancy. I was like, yeah, to set up the combo, but then I guess the double red. I thought, oh, I'll just make a bigger combo here. I guess
And actually, this garbage gives you the opportunity to go
make
one
a blue
two on
yellow on the
this.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if I actually see it.
No.
No,
And it was coming up two
the
fills
story
later.
of my game.
Well, I mean, you do set yourself up again, so maybe you'll combo this. You do. Not in any way that I thought you were going to, but all right, here it comes. Here's the drop. That's a double, and he immediately blocks off the hole that you've left for the blues.
I luckily have the double red.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I hold off to actually get a combo one way or the other.
Combo, combo.
Now we're just unlocking, loving life.
Yeah. Oh,
I hate this.
you made
You
it
can
in
see
the
my face.
moment.
I'm just like, give me a break,
Yep.
man. Jesus.
Yeah, you're like
I
that.
mean,
That is.
realistically, I should have just taken out the blue because I have the yellow red set up anyway, so it's not like I'm losing on anything. I should have just empty cleared at the bottom, but I just wanted something, some kind of combo, and I'm like, dude, just give me anything.
Well, I do like 6-7 tuck in.
Yeah, I just saw that. I probably won't do it,
Now
knowing
you're probably
the way
going to go
this night has
vertical on
gone so
7.
far, but
You probably go vertical on
I
7,
think
which is
so.
acceptable. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, that 6-7 tuck would have been gorgeous.
big, right, big surprise. Um,
Yeah,
this
you
double yellow, I'm probably just
you weren't happy with the open clear.
finally just get set up, and I got a combo there with that red yellow setup. I think
Here's the
set
greed.
it for a fat log.
Yeah, you're setting up for a fat log. You're
Eh,
100% setting up for a fat log.
it's not that greedy. I have blue garbage on one, and this will get rid of the whole column for me.
Yeah, you take it out
But I
as
think I
a
just take the combo.
yeah.
I
And
don't like holding out for things for too long,
no,
generally.
no. And I like putting this, yeah, stacking this double red up next to the blue hole so that you can drop into a blue combo. Especially,
That
oh,
is the hope, yeah.
dude,
Or I can just do this.
dude, the red yellow was right there,
Yeah,
and then the red blue came up.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
And then
okay.
the red blue did come up. I could have just like red yellowed in 3 and 4, and then red blued on
Mm-hmm.
4 and 5, and then I would have just gotten a combo. I would have dropped yellow where I needed it. Would have been so good. But I think I was just looking for a combo, I
Yeah.
guess.
This red blue you could put vertically. It'd be cheeky, but you could put it vertically in 5, and then the next yellow you get drops the 4 reds together. But
Maybe I do that. I could see it.
no,
Never
you
mind.
won't.
I get garbage. I'll put it 6-7.
6-7. Yeah.
Easy 6-7.
Yep.
Any yellow's good now? amazing that I put that there, but
Make
it'll
a
work out.
combo. Make a combo.
Yeah, now I'm just gonna try to get the yellow from like this, and I don't really. I just want to get it the left side completed so I can focus on the right because this is gonna be
Right. Yeah.
one of those end games where the umbrella is gonna protect me, but I still have to slowly but surely get everything on the right.
Wow. Speaking of cheeky plays, that blue yellow in 6-7 now. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, I saw that heads up and I was just like, oh, this will work out. That's lucky.
I mean, yeah, lucky is the right word for it. That was because it didn't clear out any viruses. But here
No,
comes
no,
a
but it was just kind of like a big combo.
yeah.
That's
But I mean, at this
cool.
point, I feel like your stated purpose is let's get these viruses out of the way, and you keep not being able to do that.
Yeah,
Which I mean, that's credit
I
to
just do
Hero.
that here. Setting up combos while I'm waiting for something that will get this right side open a bit. At least I can make some combos and stall, but I
Yeah,
can't stall forever.
I like
That
that
was
play.
nice.
That's a real good play.
Probably just 4 or 5, so I can do this. Yep. Finally making moves that make sense in my brain. It's always a good feeling.
Yeah, right.
So that's cool. I'm gonna just drop this down to see if I can ever get. I'll probably just clear these individually.
Yeah,
They're actually too far apart to clear with a double. It's not possible. But I had some hope in my brain,
there
in my head,
is
in my heart that maybe I could.
there is something you can do, but it's such a weird setup, and I think it has to be. Yeah, no, it has to be in the mid board. You can't do it on 8, where you
Yeah,
like
because you'd
build
have
the
to like
bracket and
use a
then
platform.
yeah, it's so weird. All right, so that's DM Hero out of the way, and you're out of the frying pan into the fire. Because I
Yeah,
mean,
for
it's
sure.
Hero and Dawn back to back.
Oh yeah, this whole bracket was like just white bracket, and then even in the top 8, having to play Luke, but we'll get there, I guess.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, Dawn's great. Dawn's I met Dawn playing Link to the Past randomizer actually, so I don't know if maybe that's what inspired those questions earlier, but he yeah. So this is just like meeting up another friend in the bracket. We met playing. I don't know if you're familiar with Link to the Past randomizer league, which is not the main tournament, but like an
yeah,
8
yeah,
week league where you make a team of 3 people, and you play against other teams of 3. And him and another friend of ours, Scrub Casual, that's his name, not an insult. Uh, we're looking for a third, and I needed a team, and I didn't have a lot of friends in the community, so they picked me up, and we had a pretty good run in the open league back in the day. And then I started playing Dr. Mario. He saw me playing it on stream, and he came and played. So I've known him for a while, and having to play him in the bracket wasn't the most fun idea to me either. So
yeah. But
yeah, just the beats keep coming.
it's like getting boots on the pedestal and the big key on the post.
I think Ice Rod Pedestal is probably my the biggest curse ever,
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
required turtle rock. But yeah, if you know, you know. But
yeah.
anyway,
Anything with a required turtle rock is a bad day. Oh man. All right. Well, we'll see if we can get through this one a little faster. That's mostly on me. I'm the one with the stop and start here. So,
oh, I
um,
think are we okay.
yeah, no, we're
Perfect.
we're like 2 hours in. So,
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's all good. I don't have anywhere to be.
gotcha. I got a whole day of cooking tomorrow. But all right. So
Oh, geez.
4-5 is the fastest play. 7-8 might, depending on who you're playing against. And I don't know Don's versus style very well, but I feel like 7-8's the long term
Yeah,
safer play, but you got to get that first combo out.
I feel like for some reason my instinct's pulling me to do 7-8. I'm not really sure why, because if you get like 3 yellow blues in a row, let's say, then
That's a
yeah, you'll
combo.
be
Yeah.
fastest if you just dump them right in the center. But I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
I
get
don't know
a,
what the fact that it's even, I think, is what's making me want to do it, but I don't know if that's correct or not.
let's see if the instinct takes over. It does for both of you.
But yeah,
Interesting. So, yeah,
interesting.
you could have had the combo about 10, 12 frames faster. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. This yellow red would have been more awkward, but yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, man,
I get great. We both get pretty good garbage, I think.
slamming those combos down. Good grief, man. You're
Yeah, when
finally
that
hitting on all
comes, you when
cylinders.
that sort of opportunity, yeah, when that opportunity comes, you just got to go for it.
Oh, oh, and there's the
That's
double
garbage.
blue. That's painful.
Yeah.
That is painful because you had the whole setup ready to go, and that double
Mhm.
blue comes like right after the garbage blocks it off. But yellow
Yep.
blue, you're hoping it's another yellow blue board, and looks like that's
Yeah, and still
exactly
go
what it
8.
is. Gorgeous.
That's perfect.
All right, again
So go
into double.
2, 3, and then
Then do you go into five, or yeah, into five, and then hope for another double red?
almost certainly, yeah, I think so.
Oh, there is a double red, dude, and yeah,
Especially
garbage
when you
that
see it
out.
in the next box, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, games like this are just the best, man. I love when this happens.
Yeah.
There's another one.
I think I go 5-6 on that red yellow instead of putting it vertically here to just get rid of your garbage.
5, 6. Yeah, you could. I just kind of, I guess this way I'm one pill away from a combo with a blue yellow, so maybe that
Oh
was the
yeah.
thought.
So I guess that means you're going 7-8 with the blue red. Oh,
Or 6,
never mind.
7, but well, this changes
That
everything,
changes
obviously, but
everything.
I don't know. Yeah, I just put it up here just to maybe get a
Ooh,
drop combo or something. I think I end up just taking a double stack. Yeah.
yeah,
I find this little cheeky double.
man. The speed at which this game can just change, it really, wow.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah,
a,
I just got such a sick string of combos at the start and it messed him up.
mm-hmm. Yeah, that is definitely the board you want to see if you're a faster player.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the simpler it is, the better. So we're both doing center. That's probably fine
Yeah, I mean, my first
because
instinct is
yeah.
go to the edge, but this when you've got another one coming up.
Well, I guess the idea also is that maybe if this one of these yellows and 2 or 6 go away, then now we have a horizontal opportunity. We're one step closer to actually doing that. That might be what makes that a little bit better than doing the edge.
And yeah, looking at Dawn having done that, I see your board looks a lot better at this point. So
Yeah.
interesting that. All right, I'm assuming you're going 6-7 here.
Maybe.
Ooh,
Oh no, we're just tucking under. Yeah, I mean,
which
I think either move's fine.
yeah, they're both dependent on the same. Good grief, yeah, there it goes.
We just-
I
Man, when
mean,
it all lines up, it just feels so good.
yeah, this is no.
And then you just, oh
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
oh yeah, I love it. And now with all these doubles that are on the
Uh-huh.
middle section of the board, it's just gonna keep going if I'm allowed to run free here.
And that's the thing. Yeah. Um, I don't like the pit you just made in five. I think that's
Me neither. I hope
real
I make a T
difficult.
out of these blues though. That's the dream.
Yeah.
But it got blocked, so maybe not.
Yeah. Especially with a pit in three that you can't seem to shake.
Yeah, the pits are here are like the one downside of how I played this, but
All right.
he's actually looking pretty clean on his end. So
Yeah. With two double yellows, I think I might try to take out this yellow in eight. But looking at it now, the only positive that gives you is that you're blocking off the drop in five. I don't know. Part of me wants it,
yeah,
but I don't disagree. Now looking at it more,
blocking the pit in 5 would be cool. Definitely. I could also just empty clear the virus on 1,
which I
which
think is
wouldn't
what
be
you do.
awful because it's not really breaking a setup or anything.
Yeah.
Could also build onto 8.
I think you're
Anything that
gonna
makes any progress here. I'm just trying to get through these pills so that I can deal with this red in the center at this
yeah.
point.
I think maybe you're gonna go six. Oh no, you do take it. So
With the next one, yeah, I think I that was just the next best play to make. And then I do this and I don't get a combo, so I don't know what
Yeah.
the point of that was. But
Well, you see, and
now maybe vertical 5.
I would have liked vertical 7 on that yellow blue, since you've already got the
Oh,
rest of
I
the
don't think I'm
setup.
there yet. I'm looking at a double yellow and 8 right now.
Yeah, that's what
It
I'm talking
hasn't hit
about.
yet.
You just laid a yellow blue in 7/8, and I'm saying I would have laid it vertically in 7.
Oh, to just take the
Take
horizontal.
the
Yeah, that would have
horizontal,
been better. That would have been better. Yeah, I agree.
but then you don't have a
Just to
place to
get
put
the center
yellow.
down.
You've got a double yellow and a yellow red coming up next. It can get problematic.
I mean, I could put it in like the pit in 5 and start to try
Yeah,
to fill that in, which isn't
that's
amazing, but it's something.
okay. Okay. Vertically? No. Cheeky.
Yeah, I just want this combo here,
Oh,
and
and a
thankfully it
combo.
didn't get blocked, or this would have been awful. But now I
Oh,
have these awful spires, and this is happening. So I'm just,
yeah.
yeah, just get rid of it.
The double red was nice. And honestly, you've got the makings of a fat log in for on those viruses in 7/8 if you get down that far.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I actually get there, but at
Yeah, I
this
don't.
point, I'm just like, even your board out, even if you make garbage, it's okay. Just try to even things out here.
God, he's hitting you hard though.
Yeah, my T gets blocked,
But you get
but
another combo.
we find other ideas. Yeah, make an L instead. And now
Yeah,
I could get a T. I hope I get that. Oh, I go for a drop, right? Yellow, red, yellow, blue, please. That would be the dream.
there it
Or
is.
just this. Yeah, that works too. Hammer of Justice. Let's go.
That is probably the term of the year.
Well, it started in 2023. That's when I first heard it on commentary with Swang. So shout outs to Swang. He deserves the credit on that one for sure because it's been a popular one.
Yeah, I this year was the first time I'd ever heard of it, so I like this combo. That's smart play, getting that cross, and then you kind of got forced into playing. Yeah, yeah, I can tell I'm getting tired now. I'm just kind of letting it play. But I mean, at this point, you're
Yeah.
far enough down on the board where every play isn't as critical, and
Yeah.
uh,
I
you,
probably will just try to do an L here. Garbage be damned. Yeah. Oh, but
interesting,
I'll set up the drop. Might as well.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes
And
I just make these decisions based on whether or not I feel like I can get away with it before it gets blocked off.
can I get away
And
with
that's
it?
just an
Always a good
instinct thing.
question.
It's not based on anything.
Yeah, and I mean, this is just combo setups, getting your triples in, making sure you've got everything you need. Uh, and yeah, you're definitely not focused on clears because let me back it up. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you saw it because, oh, what did I? Oh, volume. What you could have done with this, any red blue you see here can just make a combo. It's right there on 7 or on 6 vertical. But
Yeah. I think in a case like this, like passing up on a double like that is not the worst thing because I feel like it's way worse if I get blocked in this big elaborate setup. It's just going to take more effort to complete it. Um, and I also had a double red opportunity, and there's a lot of other factors. But
yeah,
sometimes, even if you're missing it on a double, you can purposely pass it up if it's just more important to deal with something else for the sake of like your board health.
well, yeah, and I mean, at this point, you're playing to kill.
Yeah,
You're trying to
yeah,
get what you can, but you're trying to combo and really damage what he's got. Uh, I would have even seen I could have even seen you delaying. Let me let it play through. Delaying this pill and like just trying to get more combo out of it rather than getting the clear.
uh, yeah. In this case, I thought it was just so vital to my end game to get rid of this yellow and drop the blue, red, and 7 down a notch that I just was like, yeah, let's just take that because now I have a blue L setup that I can put
Mm-hmm.
reds on top of to just
Mm-hmm.
finish out the game and get a combo. So
Yeah, and you've got this
in
red
this case, I
yellow.
was like, okay, yeah, my end game's in sight, so let's just do this.
Yeah, hopefully you put this vertical. No, okay. I was gonna say put that one vertical on 7, and then you've got to drop into a
Get a
combo.
combo.
But
Hmm.
this is still gonna be a combo because you're gonna get this L out of. Oh, never mind.
Oh, and then it got blocked. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but I get the should have dropped that one last one
yeah,
vertically, but it's
and
okay.
then there was that double
Actually,
red you
it
could have
almost was better
used.
because I got it. Yeah, I got the T after anyway, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, but the double red on top of the blue would have been the ideal play to get your L and then a vertical onto the reds in column 8. I mean, at this point, it ended up mattering, but
Yeah, exactly. But it's I mean, I was saying this in my analysis with Rob the other night. Like, just sometimes it's just small little things, marginal things that make the difference like that. And it's just not always the case. Sometimes they don't matter at all, and you don't get punished. And sometimes they matter a lot, and it changes the entire result of the game. So it's always important to look at that little stuff.
right, right. Okay, 1-2 or 5-6. I mean,
Mm,
5-6 is me just because it's faster,
yeah,
but
5-6 gives us a blue yellow and a blue red setup. So I think I like that better. Although
uh,
you have a red blue setup already in 3-4, so
yeah,
I mean, take your dealer's choice, I guess. But I think 5-6 is a little better.
and you immediately go 1-2.
Yeah, of course. Dealer's choice is fine. I didn't want to jinx it or anything.
Right. I like 8 on this double reds with the double yellow coming up because it means, red yellow is there.
Yeah, I think knowing the double yellow is coming is why I do this. And then I have a good spot for it and I get to put it in the center here.
Okay.
Just because putting it on 6 and 7 is not super appealing. And this will just keep the board even.
Oh, I
But then
mean,
I mean I have a lot less reds to play with, but
for me,
can't have it all.
I think I'm doing what Don's about to do and go 8 for the double red, 7 for the double yellow, and then, you're set up.
That's
Especially,
true, and he's gonna get the combo now.
but then you get the combo right after. So,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, I just built it a little differently, and I surely, well, I guess I do this because I don't want to make a mess. But I could have put this double blue in 7, and it would have been way better. Would have
yeah,
gotten a drop T instead of just a drop horizontal.
which,
But it's
it
hard to
worked.
see everything.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
All right. I like this drop combo as well. All right. Good setups here. That's not going to make a combo, but it's something you can put. Oh, I like that. Okay. I didn't see that. I was focused on 8 and, getting yourself set up to where you could do something on 8. And honestly, even getting set up for 1, but those both depend on a blue red, and you had two double reds coming up. So congrats on seeing that because I sure did not in the moment.
I'm actually sorry. I think my brain gapped for a second. I'm not sure what you're referring to.
The
Are you
double
talking
red,
about seeing the double red
yeah,
to
you
do
laid the double
this?
red
Yeah.
on 3-4. And the two places I would have been more likely to lay it are on vertical 1. Oh, no, you couldn't have done it vertical 1 because that doesn't make sense. The one place my brain went was vertical 8. But yeah, with the double red
Hmm.
coming up, this is great. And then you get the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Right. Like whenever I see like really annoying double like garbage on the top of a column like I had in 3 there in that slot, if I can ever I'm always trying to find like a T or an L situation so I can horizontally clear it but also do it with a combo. Just because especially that high up, it's so much safer to take it horizontally. But if you can do it with a combo as well, that's just ideal. So I always look for stuff like that, and double pills are so good for doing that.
And mad props for having this set up because this is about to be a triple. Just no trouble at all. Get the vertical.
And I just take my safe clear after that. This double blue goes in 6, I guess, or 4, 5, excuse me,
Yeah,
probably.
I would have put the red blue into 3-4 myself because it's a block of doubles.
Yep.
But
Yeah, that's probably better.
you're still gonna at this point,
I think I'm just trying to be safe here because I've just gotten so many combos now.
yeah. And
But
oh, that's
that
good.
might be a little. Mhm.
That red blue is a hard one to place. I think this is as good a place as you could
Yeah,
have put it.
I think so because I have a red yellow set up already in 7-8 anyway, so I'm not losing too much to
And
do it to just get this is the best way to do it, I think.
and it's the shiny in me that wants to see you play this horizontally tucked into 5-6 and get that triple yellow out of there. I
I
don't.
mean, honestly, so I think a lot of people might call that a speed play, but it's probably the best thing to do. But if you want to make an efficiency play, and I think plays like that have their place in versus. I think I just wanted to be safe though, and I also probably totally missed it.
Okay, this red blue. Here is a play I would never see in real time, but looking at it now, I think is the best possible play is to tuck it horizontally in 2-3-4.
I also saw that after a few moments, but probably would never see that in
Yeah,
real
yeah,
time.
that's
But
not a
yeah, I
real
think
time
that's
play for me
definitely
because then the
no.
next one that comes through, you lay that red blue on top, and suddenly you've got yourself a combo that, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best thing, especially with very limited places to put blue. But instead, I just find a not the least terrible move I can find in the moment. I
Yeah, I
think.
mean, maybe you get a blue
Um,
yellow and followed by a red blue. That would be
yeah, no, I
ideal.
think that is definitely really good, but um, definitely, I don't think many people would see that. I definitely didn't, obviously.
Oh yeah, I mean, combo there, combo there.
If this was SNES, we could swim to the right, but we'll have to settle for this.
And weren't able to get the drop into the horizontal there, but you're gonna get this
Oh,
one.
we'll do it this way instead.
Yeah,
I'm so lucky that I got red garbage in column 2, or that would have been horrible.
I think here I play
Now
into 2 3 4
I think I'm gonna vertical 3, and then I'm gonna put the double blue on top of it probably.
vertical
But
3.
I've been wrong before. You just put it to set up like
Oh,
sort of like a T for the reds or a fat log potentially, and then if the blues are on top, so that if you can't make a T, you can at least get like a horizontal
oh,
double
wait. So what are
or
you gonna
T
do with
sandwich
the?
situation.
So what are you gonna do with the double blue? Oh, put it on top of 3
I'm gonna
again
put it
as
on top
well.
of 3 again. Yeah,
Okay. I see it. I see it.
let's maybe. And if I get a double red, well, we're just laughing. Oh no, I tuck it under. Oh, that's probably better actually, because now I'm gonna get a fat log set up, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
That's
maybe
cool.
my original idea was better. I don't know. But in the moment, I was probably thinking, dude, if I get the fat log, it's gonna be huge. So
Yeah.
I can even with the yellows in 5, I can even like yellow, red, yellow, blue, and make
Mm-hmm.
like a drop.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was
So
thinking. Um,
yeah,
you go vertical and 7 on the next one.
I think 6, 7 is probably
6 7.
what I'll
Okay.
do.
Yeah. Don't
I don't
don't
want to get too crazy
don't
with
get too crazy.
horizontals.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because you don't have room in 4. Like there, it's not like it's stacked up. All right. Let's
Right.
see.
And
Yeah.
once
That's
if I clear the fat log out, I'll have even less. It'll be even more difficult to get that if I went for it.
speaking of.
Sweet.
And the fat log turn. How
Oh,
did?
and then ended up making a triple.
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh, because there's the
It's
red.
because I got blue garbage. I actually wasn't
Oh,
set up for that until the garbage falls.
I
But
didn't.
if I had another yellow blue on there, the same thing would have happened.
I didn't even see that red
And
virus in.
I wasn't thinking of that. I didn't plan that, but
No,
we'll take it.
didn't even notice the red virus in 5, much less the red garbage in 6 on the other side of it. That is, oh, that is some luck on top of like good play.
Yeah,
All right, all right. Horizontal, I
just
don't
take the
hate.
horizontal. I get a cross setup, and I'll get a double yellow. So yeah. Oh, but I'm gonna break my setup immediately
Yeah,
before I get it.
yes, you did. Ugh, and
Get
then,
another combo.
but there's the double yellow.
Oh, sure.
Totally the plan.
Oh, I'm probably gonna try for horizontal here. No, I
No,
don't
the
have the
horizontal got
guts for
broken
that.
before you had a shot at it. All right, vertical. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
that's not.
surprised I didn't just. I'm surprised I didn't just clear 2 with that double yellow. Instead, I put it in 6. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
I was
even
just probably thinking, oh, I'll be one away from sort of breaking this spire down. Now it's just gonna get worse.
yeah, I mean even starting 8 I think would have been preferable to 6. But
Yeah, yeah. At least I'm making progress on a virus. That's true.
yeah. Okay, well, I mean if you'd had 3 blues stacked up, maybe, cuz then you are one pill away from a combo, but yeah, hindsight 2020, all that jazz.
Yeah. hmm I think
Continue.
when this garbage resolves, I'm gonna put this double yellow into one.
You did
Never
not.
mind. That don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. It's fine. Uh, I'm probably gonna try to go on pure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the
And
blue yellow, and
that's definitely a if you don't and that's exactly what I was saying. If it had been 3 blues, I would have definitely advocated for it. You did have the 3 yellows and the 3, so it was the perfect time to hit it and just hope for the best, and it worked out
yeah,
for
it
you.
definitely just worked out. When this
I
falls 4-5, I think for this red blue.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I was going to say 6 7, but yeah, I like 4 5 better.
It'll actually build to a combo
Yeah.
in this case. And I'll just empty clear this because it's not really making any combos. I didn't see a better place for that yellow red, so I thought, why not do a setup?
Yep. No, it makes sense. And yeah, that's like
Sick
it's not
quad.
great, but it's something. And it's late enough in game that any combo is a good combo, and you're going to take him down.
Yeah. Nice. Nice.
All right. We are not going to go over every pill in. Oh, I need to give you the next stream.
Yeah. I don't know how much time that you had, but I would say that I think people would at least want to see maybe the second crown of this match if it's the one I'm
Oh,
assuming is coming
yeah.
up here.
It's definitely the one that's coming up.
Yeah.
A reminder that Snipe and Pangolin get through the entirety of Crown 2 and 3, or maybe 3 and 4, while you guys like they finish while you guys are
And we're like
getting
not
through
even
Crown 2. Yeah.
yeah. We're not even halfway through when it eventually ends. When they're finished.
Right. Okay. Looking at your first pills, looks good. Yeah, I don't see a better place. And with that blue yellow coming up, I say you put that in 4 5. And
Yep.
interestingly, Luke does not do that.
Yeah, very interesting for sure. But I'll take the first combo. I'm more than happy to do that.
Right. It's interesting that you take it with a double just because it's like the least efficient thing you could have done pill wise, but it's the best thing speed wise.
Yeah, I mean it just gets the combo the quickest given
Yeah.
the pills that we got. So I'm just down to take it however I can.
Yeah. Combo, combo, combo.
Doing some weird
Oh,
stuff.
wow. My ever my
The
my ever
tux.
tucking heart loves that because
Well, yeah, I mean, I could have gone 7-8, I guess, but I thought,
well, here's
you know,
hoping here's
this
hoping
is
you
just
see that, because
cleaner.
that's the only thing you got left other than a deep tuck under 3 4.
Oh, on this next one. Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I mean, here's some garbage that kind of changes things up.
Change things. Yeah, this column 3 is so awkward, and now I have a big pit. Maybe I almost regret doing the tuck now, but just hold note for a double or for a blue
Oh,
yellow, and I don't wait for it, which
yeah.
sucks because I get the blue yellow right away. I feel like I always do that, and I hate it.
Oh, yeah. You could see that on your
So
face. Like you immediately just went,
yeah,
ugh.
ugh, yeah,
Oh, and Luke had a
yeah.
real bad tap over that I think is going to kill him
Yeah, that
off.
might have saved me in this game because
Yeah.
it wasn't looking great for me either. But even then, I think he misflipped. He must have misflipped that first red yellow before he mistapped because he had it on there backwards.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he explained that. I think he told me that. We talked a bit in between the games, and I think he told me, "Yeah, see, I misflipped and I didn't tap it over all the way."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it would
That's
have
okay. That's
it,
just
it would have comboed for sure. All right, the
right.
famous crown two.
This is the one.
This is the one. We can talk as much or as little
This is the
about this as you
craziest.
want to.
Yeah, this is the craziest crown of Dr. Mario I've ever played in tournament or otherwise, I think. I've seen a lot of games where people get high speed now, like since this happened, where people are like getting to the 70s and 80s, but like I feel like we made it cool, you know?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
uh, for sure. This right away, this is like if you just look at this opener, this is like the theme of the entire game where it's just like you will not get pills to make progress. That's just too bad.
Hmm.
You're gonna take what you get and you're gonna like it.
And I think during commentary, uh, I had mentioned how, with the exception of the fact there's just no access to yellow, how favorable this board setup is for uh, for speed play because there's just
Uh,
viruses
yeah,
everywhere. It doubled up.
and they're all doubled up,
Yeah,
right? And it's great, assuming you get the reds and the blues.
yeah, you
We'll get
definitely got to
one
get
of
that to
those.
start. So, all right,
Yeah, we'll get one of those for sure, but we'll see. You'll see. We'll see.
this is
We're
definitely the
gonna
right
strap in
play.
everybody.
All right, yep, and you're comboing immediately.
I
Love
think I just
that.
do this just out of safety.
Yeah, you're
But
just
eventually we'll reach a point where like it's just all blues and but it's the yellow, it's the red yellow show. It's the ketchup and mustard show. We just cannot. I'll even clear all the yellows and it's just blues for days and I just never get any blue pills, not even splits. Like it's just unreal. Like eventually you get there, but it takes so long and then garbage is falling and we just no one ever has time to pull ahead because we don't get pills to do it, which almost never happens.
so that double
Not to
yellow.
this extent. This seed was crazy.
That double yellow. I think I want you to take horizontally the two yellow viruses you've got. It's
Yeah, I
clearing on one
think
right now.
that for sure. I don't hate the play I ended up making just because it evens things out. Um, in the end, it wouldn't have really mattered because I have so many red yellows.
Yeah,
Don't know
yeah.
what to do with them. But
Well, the thing
yeah, I think in general, I like. After Columbus, I've talked with Snipe a lot about, especially in our analysis and how much he values evening the board, like how flat the board is and how important that is to board health. And so I hadn't had that discussion with him at this time, but looking back, I like moves like this because I've been trying to do that more where I just any even empty clears that just especially at the start of the game that just keep things even are just kind of deceptively good, even if it seems like it's a wasted opportunity or something like that.
I think the only argument I've got is the quantity of blue that you've got on your top line and leaving that garbage, those garbage yellows over on one would at least give you a place to put a yellow blue, which you're gonna have a
Yeah,
harder
that's
time
true.
playing right now. But you win this crown, so it ends
Well,
up not
that's
mattering.
this is just one decision point in one of the longest crowns I've ever played. So it's
Yeah,
how much it really mattered, we'll never know.
think we said it was like 12 minutes for this game.
12 and a half or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Somewhere like somewhere like that. And honestly, having a place for yellow blue doesn't end up being very relevant when you don't get them.
Right, right, right. But you do end up taking it horizontally anyway, so good on you.
Yeah, and that I mean, yeah, that is a very like uncommon situation. Well, this whole everything about this crown is pretty uncommon, but
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
I mean, you've got your choice of places. I don't dislike that one. Oh,
Love love seeing two double reds in a row.
yeah. All right. Yeah, this is the right
And
time
I
to.
think, oh, I'll set up for the horizontal. And I got the fat log, so that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fat log was just there asking for it. And that was not ideal. Like that garbage was not
No.
pleasant for you.
Nope. And now we're back to the reds and yellows, and here's a blue
Yeah, I like
and
that play.
maybe another blue.
I didn't like how you got there, but I liked what you did with it when you got there. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I put these double yellows on this blues, thinking what a great horizontal setup this is going to be. But because of how the seed ends up going, it takes so long to just get it.
Yeah, it finally triggered.
Luckily, I didn't get blocked.
All right, let me back this one up. I want to talk about this red yellow coming up. I like this in 7-8 tucked under, just to
Really? Okay.
yeah. Well, you can start building that that double or the triple.
Oh, just to get them all together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true. Um,
And that way, you've
I
got to.
guess yeah. In speed, that makes a lot more sense. In versus, it's not bad, but it's just like not something I prioritize a whole bunch. If it comes along, then I will take those moves for sure. But I don't like unless it's end game time. Like at this stage, I'm probably not worried about that as much or planning far enough ahead to prioritize that sort of thing. I'd much rather get combos right now, and that's I think why I would rather go 4 or 5 here.
Totally fair. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, combo ready. Combo dropped. Prepping for another combo. I think that's the other thing is that you just didn't really have a lot of access to red, so it would have like opened up some red. But even then,
Yeah, just the way things play out. I'm always like starved on a color, and I'm just not getting the colors that I have open. It's just a lot of frustrating points in this game because of that.
yeah. All right, and good play there. I think the horizontal just made itself known. Yeah, you pretty much had no choice. And you take the tuck on seven
It's
eight.
crazy knowing how. Yeah, I just wanted to say, knowing how this goes, it's crazy to think that like we're even in speed. He just ticked up to 40, but we were like even at 39 at this
Yeah,
point.
and also the fact that you're as far down the board as you are at this point.
Oh, he's up to 41 already. Okay. Well, I guess we're forwarding a little faster than I thought. Um, so I'm at 40 now. I'm only one behind, but that lead, I'm curious to see where that lead eventually grows. Oh, he's two up now.
Yeah, this board
But
doesn't.
so far, this game looks normal, and he's actually come back quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean this is one of those back and forth ones where one player kind of kicks out to a big lead, and then the other player, because they're high enough on their board, they're able to get more combos and kind of garbage up the other player, and then they take the lead, and then it just goes back and forth. That's the way it's feeling at this point. But
Hmm.
again, it's so speed friendly that it has not crossed my mind in commentary that it's going to last to a top out. Like I'm immediately thinking this is going to go, dude. You're that column 8. Like you've ignored the daylights out of that column 8.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I think I'm just hyper focused on finding these combos. I have this horrible blue horizontal setup that I'm just dying to get, but I'm at whatever part of the sequence just does has have any, and I'm just treading water here, waiting. And then as soon as I get a blue, I get blocked, of course.
Yeah.
Like I felt like that happened so many times in this crown. Like the seed felt so cursed to me.
All right. So you get one of them.
I know you wanted the
I
tuck
did.
there. Probably, I think I would have got both there. Yeah, I saw it and I thought, no, I'm definitely not going to do that, but probably should have.
Yeah. Well, at this point, you're up in the mid 40s, which is high level play for us. I mean, we don't get this high
Yeah.
generally.
There's another block there on a blue horizontal that I was never going to get the blue for.
Yeah, definitely a lack of blue in the seed to this point.
There's just a big string in the pill sequence where it's just red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, double red, double red, double red. And it's just like for 30 pills or more, you just don't get a single blue pill half in the entire sequence. It's so crazy. And I think that's kind of what led to this crown happening and playing out the way it did, where we both kept trying to do stuff with blue like in a normal seed. We'll eventually get there. And it just got delayed for so long that we got put in these really weird spots because of that, and no one could get to end game.
So a reminder. Oh, no, no, no. this I like. And then with the red yellow, you play it on 1-2. Oh no, that doesn't.
1, 2, really? Do it.
No, because that's still three. I'm I can't count to four when I'm tired, dude, or most of the time.
That's okay.
Now I was thinking it was going to
I should have
combo,
put
and
the under.
I did not count properly.
I'm actually at a point here where I'm thinking maybe I'll actually get to endgame here.
Oh yeah, I
And then I
fully
think I'm about to get stun locked for like way too long. Oh no, I get a combo here.
I fully assumed that's the way the game was going to go. I mean, like I said, I said that in commentary. Like, this is just too speed friendly of a board for it to not. Oh, I don't think you liked that.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, I meant to horizontal it and I didn't. I flipped it wrong. I think I'm able to get stun locked a bunch of times in a row here, and it's gonna kind of defeat me a little bit. And I think it's around this time, looking, I'm like 4 behind in speed, and my end game looks terrible. Maybe it happens in a little bit from here, but I do reach a point very soon where I'm like, actively think I check the speed to see where he's at and think to myself, I should actually, it's probably around here because this is awful. And I think like I should just try to, maybe just top him out or just go for
Yeah,
the timeout on him.
attrition.
Yeah, and that's not a thing. Like I mean, I know that's a thing you can do, but it almost never comes up. It's just games
Yeah,
just don't play it like that very often.
yeah. That is like the least likely way to win a game.
Yeah, I'm probably looking like 52 to 56, and I see the way his board looks, and I just think I look at the way my board looks, and I was like, I don't think I can beat him to endgame here if we ever get there. And knowing how terrible this seed is, I think I can just run the clock on him, especially because I'm behind in speed on him.
I wonder if anybody's put this through Granivore yet to see what speed or what seed it is and how it would look
Yeah,
versus
I never
everything.
thought of that.
Flindo has a tendency to do that when we talk about specific seeds. I think he said after Chris and I talked about this one that he was interested in taking a look at it and seeing what it looks like as a speed. Yeah, Flinda's already looking it up now. I I thought you'd already done that once, bud. So yeah, you're still
And now I'm
comboing at
just
this point.
comboing like crazy because I just know we've got this. This probably the third time through the pill sequence or something, and I just know I'm gonna get a million yellow, reds, and yellows in a row. So let's just set up for them. Why not?
Yeah,
And like I said, I'm not trying to actually make progress here. I'm just trying to combo him enough to keep him at bay and to let his speed build up and hope that the speed becomes unplayable for him before it does for me. And I'm getting these big like drop times in the center column, and I'm just like, that's incredible. I love it.
and it's interesting. I've talked to now both of you about this particular game, and I know you said that at some point you just realized if I stop comboing, it's actually gonna be better for me. And
Yeah, well, exactly. But I knew that like I can't just completely stop comboing because if I don't combo him enough and I don't pressure him at all, he could eventually get to endgame and win, especially if I'm not trying to do that. So I have to give him some level of resistance here, but not too much because I don't want to catch up in speed either. So I'm just trying to like walk this fine line, and I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna cross it or where I'm or not. And I also have to make sure I don't die just from screwing up my board or something.
yeah,
So it was a weird way to play for sure. Not used to that.
there's a story. I don't know how much you know about obscure soccer stories, but there's a pretty famous one where it was the Caribbean Cup. I forget what year it was. It hadn't been all that long ago. That in order to make overtimes more interesting, they made overtime goals worth 2 goals instead of one.
Oh no.
And one of the teams needed to win by two to advance. And so what they did was they scored on themselves towards the end
Force
to
overtime.
force overtime. And for like the next like 15 minutes, they were having to guard both goals in an attempt to keep the other team from scoring and
Oh, because they
losing.
didn't want the other team to.
Yeah, they didn't want
They thought
the
the other team might score on themselves just to screw them over or
right,
something.
right, right. Either way, I think the other team was the one they needed to. I think the other team was the other one in. So at this point, I feel like that's you trying to keep yourself from comboing. you know,
That's sort of it, yeah. Like I don't know how familiar you are with fighting games, but this is kind of like the fighting game strategy of running the clock, where you know
yeah,
that like you are ahead on health and the match is going to end, and if you just survive, you'll
okay.
win by default. And that's kind of the idea. I'm ahead in a sense because I have lower speed, and I'm like if I just play to the timeout, he will eventually lose before I do.
And he has said that once he hit 70, which is coming up here in just a little bit, he knew he wasn't gonna win it. Uh, so his entire goal was just to try to survive uh, to get to 80, which might be the most Gen Z thing I've ever heard in my life. Like his goal wasn't to survive; it was just to get a good. It was to meme.
to get on TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. All right. By the way, the seed number is 5858.
Oh wow. I'll commit that to memory for sure. I'm still comboing here, and maybe at this point I should probably stop. I'm not that far ahead anymore, but I felt like I had a good cushion, so I knew I could make a couple of combos. And he's now at 70, and I was kind of hoping he would die by now, but then I hit 70, and I go, oh crap, like
Yeah,
maybe this won't work. I actually do have a moment where I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, to survive this, but I'm looking at his board. At least he's higher up than me, so I don't, not it's okay. It's not that scary yet, but I'm worried about how long this is going to go on for, and like, will I make a mistake and mess this up?
yeah. I
But
mean,
he's still surviving, man.
right.
I was hoping that this would kill him, and it doesn't.
Yeah, he definitely. Again, this feels like a Gen Z thing. It's something they're better at than we are because they're younger and have quicker nerves and everything. But yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, but 75 finally killed him. I think at the end there, I was not down pressing. I was like, okay, now you actually should stop comboing. You
Yep.
don't actually need to do it anymore. He's on 70 speed. He's at the top of the board. You're fine.
And
But I was just relieved that this worked out. When I started trying to time him out, I was not confident that it was going to work, and I thought, oh, I'll catch up, or I'll make a mistake, or I won't. It won't be. I won't. I don't actually have long enough to do this, and he'll just combo, or he'll get to endgame and beat me if I don't try to win. So I like. I'm proud of myself just for pulling the trigger in a tournament to actually try to do something like that,
yeah, yeah.
because I was really scared to even attempt it. And I'm just glad it didn't work out and blow up in my face.
And
Or I'm glad it did work out and didn't blow up in my face, I should say.
I will say until you hit 70, it felt like you still had a chance to finish the seed. Like,
I definitely maybe there. Yeah, I sure I could have. I definitely stopped trying maybe a little too early, but I just felt like I was so far behind him and it was pointless, and I just had to keep the combos going, or he would have got there first. Um, but you're probably right. I probably could have tried it a little
once you hit
later on,
70,
but
it was moot at that point.
right, exactly.
All right. So, and I mentioned this in commentary. At this point, you're so focused on that high level speed and surviving that this speed 30, 31, 32, whatever it is that you start at, has got to feel like the slowest thing ever. Also,
Yeah, it's. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, also interesting to note that the speed counter does not reset until the game starts dropping a pill. Did not know that
Yeah.
about this particular one. You were saying.
Oh, I don't remember what I was saying. So,
Okay.
by all means.
About the speed and maybe about how it feels when you're starting back over at 32 when you've been at 72.
Right, right. Yeah. So yeah, it is disorienting, definitely, but I don't think it was that bad.
No, you
I mean,
both.
I in these openings, I try to just down press and play as fast as I possibly can. So I hopefully not too put off by like the drop time or like the
Yeah.
fall speed, I should say, because I'm hoping to just move way faster than that anyway, if all goes well and
Right.
goes to plan.
Yeah, no, you both handled it really well. I remember commenting on that. So, all right, nice and easy. One, two,
Yeah,
obvious,
7-8.
obvious. Oh, you did not intend to do that.
Definitely not. And I remember that was probably a byproduct of coming off of
Right.
70 plus speed. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken too soon. I was probably yeah, a little off put by that,
Well, just so
but
you
I think it
know,
works out for
it
me
works out. Yeah.
probably.
I was thinking you got a combo out
This
of it.
isn't a oh well, we get that, so that's good. And if I get double yellow into yellow blue, I don't
No,
even
you fat
I'll go
log
for the
it.
fat log instead.
Freaking fat
Sure.
log it, man.
There were a lot of options there as it turns out.
Yeah. And yeah, I like that play,
I'll
putting
probably
the
try to L
horizontal.
this.
It just makes sense.
Yeah, I love doing those setups.
Well, and on top of that, you already had everything you needed, so it was about perfect. I feel like you meant to put
That's an
that.
interesting play.
I think you put it upside down. The red blue.
I might have done this on I I might have done this on purpose. I it's easy to say in retrospect, but I think I was looking to like horizontal the reds out, and then I thought, oh, I can just combo the um I can get like a combo there maybe. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't make sense. I
I
have to go
mean,
back and look at it, but
it kind of makes
it
sense.
worked out.
Yeah, I mean that's part of
Yeah.
why it makes sense. All right, I do like this play, and yeah, you take any port in a storm on that one. Get your combo.
Just get the
Okay,
center
yeah,
cleared a little bit.
yeah, that vertical makes a lot more sense this way.
Take my beats. Yeah, and I'll probably try to horizontal. And I get the double yellow like one too late.
Always.
Oh, I should have just set up for an L. I was a little hasty on that one.
All right, which one? Where are we talking about? Here.
Oh, I think I was
Oh,
behind a little bit. Yeah, right here. I put it straight just to take the double, but I should have tried to set up a T here
yeah,
probably.
that makes sense. Into 4-5, and then you'd have the L option.
Yeah,
But
but it is what it is.
you get a combo either way. It just would have been a
I
triple.
think I may have just wanted the combo sooner, but it would have been even better for board health to get rid of the yellow on column 3 as well. It's just kind of chilling there, not doing much.
Gosh, look at how
But
gross you could have made that combo though, with some extra red blues coming up.
and I would yeah, and I would have got a quad too because I would have got the blues on column 2 as a combo if that yellow gets cleared out, but
Yeah, that could have been
it's fine. We get
gnarly.
two doubles.
All right, yellow blues. The first time you just don't have anything you can do with it. But yeah, you at
Yeah,
this
so I
point you
just do
stack
something
blues up.
weird like this. Oh man,
He's
should have
already
put it
got the
on
defeated look on his
3.
face.
I mean after that last game, I can't imagine like to lose that way.
Yeah, but I mean, even
I'm sure
then,
that he came out of it to be fair with like a really good attitude. He was just like that was I he said to me, I don't even care that I lost because that was the most fun Crown of Dr. Mario I've ever played.
oh yeah,
And I was like,
definitely.
yeah, that's the right attitude for sure.
Yeah. Oh, cheeky.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, you got the combo, so more power to you. But you could have had a couple of easier combos, and you set up the more complicated ones. But you're ahead, so I think that's the right time to do that.
Hmm. It's a lot less punishing if something goes wrong.
Yeah, and if your opponent is that stacked up and looks to be that, having that kind of problem, it's a lot less likely that they're gonna get get somewhere where they can ruin your
Yeah.
combos. So it does make sense.
Get all these double yellows I don't know what to do with, so I just clear them out.
Yep, single clears as you must. That was interesting. You didn't press down there. Like you very. It seemed to be
I
very
think
actively.
yeah, I remember in that moment I was really thinking was like, do I want to do this or do I want to clear this a different way? I was thinking about doing it a different way and then I just thought, no, this is fine. And I just kind of let it fall. But I hesitated for the sure.
I didn't know if maybe you were giving yourself a breather or trying to prevent yourself from, you know, uh, maybe looking ahead to another game like the last one.
Yeah, it was just definitely some kind of mental block I had there. Um, wow, it's ambitious on two. Just trying to get it down.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to focus on getting this left side sorted before it gets totally lost. Not that this is very optimistic looking.
Yeah. It definitely, it's just a different look on Luke's face right now. He was all smiles before this, and like early on
Well,
in this
now his back's
round.
against the
Yeah.
yeah, his back's against the wall. He's got to win here, right? So that makes sense.
But I mean,
Oh, I
even
should have just put 4-5, man.
yep,
Man, I'm missing
and
stuff
got the
here, but
combo.
I'm okay. A huge combo.
Yeah. Well,
I just can't get this take this T to save my life, I guess. Hopefully I just take a horizontal here to be done with it. Nope. Just gonna keep holding out. Now I break the setup anyway, and I'll just get a combo this way, I guess. That's pretty good.
yeah, it's a good combo. I don't hate it.
Oh, stack this. Yeah. Now actually do the underclear. Don't take the T. Oh, it works out, I guess. It was also cool looking. I should have done
Hey,
the underclear first, though, probably.
when in doubt, cool looking is the way to go.
It doesn't help when Betty's in the crowd cheering you on every time you do something amazing. It makes you want to do it even more.
Yes. Yes. I mean, that was some advice Dave Smith gave me once. It was, if you can't, if you're not going to win, you can at least be entertaining. You know, he didn't say that about me. He
That
was
does
talking
sound
about
like
his own play.
that does sound like something Dave would say.
Yeah,
I'm like,
give him a good show.
yeah, I gave up on the fat log. I'm a traitor to,
Traitor to the fat
but
log.
that's okay. Traitor to the fat log crew.
All right,
But all this garbage will make an easy combo, I guess. Oh, and then I go. Of course, it couldn't be that easy. But I
int-
take it horizontally, so that's cool.
interestingly enough, especially now, tucking under 3-4, talking about your plays that,
Oh, that's a combo. Yeah.
yeah, like that is a hidden combo. There's no way I see that in
Yeah.
real time. There are very few people who see that in
No,
real
definitely
time.
not. The
Wait,
only reason I stacked the blue there was for a totally different idea.
wait, and what does that give you? That gives you one blue already set up on the one in four as well, because it will
Yeah.
drop down one. That is weird. Oh, and it gives you the reds, the first horizontal red in
Yeah, it
six
gives
as
you a
well.
fat log setup too.
Wow, dude.
That would be crazy. And you'll even have the perfect platforms that if you just get blue red rush, you just get it.
And then there's another blue red
That would be
coming.
sick.
That is very sick.
Right.
I thought for a second there you were gonna pull it, and I was like, no.
Oh, I can't. I should have tucked under because I would have been one away from clearing this other blue, but instead I'm just kind of comboing out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it works out. Although this red, now you got to do something about that.
Yeah, that won't be fun, but I'm sure I
No,
can get a couple combos and then figure it out in a minute. Oh,
man, I just
this is cool.
I cannot believe that existed. What?
What? Why don't I just?
What?
Oh,
Oh,
oh, I'm just trying to
oh,
be swag. I'm trying to be swag.
that is super swag.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're also keeping
Trying
the
to take every
combos
combo on
rolling.
my way out the door.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Here comes insult. Here comes injury. Let's get this done.
Ugh. Yeah.
You deserve this, to be fair.
That yellow garbage can't phase me. I just get into position here.
Yeah, no, you
Oh, I
deserve
think
what
this is a
happened to
good
you.
play. No, I'm gonna get it's. I'm just gonna take it differently. I'm gonna do a T now, probably because this happened. Yeah. And then I get blocked anyway, and I'm just like, of course. But I think I set it up regardless, and then oh, now I'll definitely will because I got this yellow garbage. Never mind. No, I'm not that good.
Yeah, now you gotta.
I probably dragged this out much longer than I had to. I think I was just a little nervous.
Yeah, I
Oh, but
mean,
I'll get that play.
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, how did you place in 22 and 23? I don't even know.
So in 2022, it was a 32 person bracket only, not 48. And I played Packy round one and I
Oh,
almost beat him, but I lost in round five. I lost in round five and I just was top 32. And then in 2023, um, I played. I made it. I did not get a bye in the first round of the bracket, but I did make bracket. I played against Dimwit and I won a close game. And then I played Luke, and I actually got reverse swept by Luke
oh,
to make top. I guess that would be top 32 again, actually, because it was a 48 person bracket that year. So double top 32 finishes in my
nice.
first two DRMCs. So this was definitely an upgrade to my results for sure.
All right, we're gonna zip through this one with Snipe as much as we can
Oh, we're
because
gonna do this one. Wow, do we have to? Do we don't have to? It's not impressive. I lose every game, so we could skip it if you really want, but we could watch it. Yeah,
I mean it's 22 minutes, so the sweep can't have been that bad.
the whole match is 22 minutes long.
Yeah, because this is the only one. The video is 22 minutes long. Let me put it that way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of buffer at the end.
Uh,
Oh look,
there's
I made a misdrop. That's not great, but
well,
do the best I can.
yeah, I get a horizontal
I'd played
here.
snipe in some friendly matches leading up to this, like on this day before and stuff, and I took a crown or two, but I didn't actually ever take a set, so I wasn't super optimistic about my chances here.
Yeah, I mean you getting combos, which
Yeah, I don't think I ever top out against Snipe, so that's cool. But I think all three crowns just kind of no spoilers, but all three crowns just kind of end with me with like less than 10 viruses left, and he's cleared the board on me.
yeah, which
That was cool.
yeah, it was. Oh wow, no, you're
Yeah,
definitely you're smoking
this is
through.
looking so good. For a
Oh
second, I was like, "What
no.
if I missed the L?" I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
funny when other people miss that. It's just a reflex for me to get upset about it. But I know I do the same thing,
Oh yeah, I know I
and
do
the
too. It's
proofs
just
we've got the tapes to prove it now.
I'm terrible at seeing them in real time. But yeah, there's a sideways T like that.
Yeah, this isn't great. So hopefully I'll try and clear it out.
I mean, at this point, you've got him on the ropes a little bit. He's way on up there.
Yeah, for sure. This is Sniper talking about though, so
Yep.
that's definitely worth considering.
I mentioned him in a YouTube comment the other day. It was about Rocket League players and how they
Yeah,
Saudi players are getting better because of uh, they're used to playing with more lag, so they've developed this very aggressive style that is
what? We used to play with lag.
because they're well the SSL ones. So like high level Rocket League players,
Oh, right, because it's all online, of course.
right, right.
Yeah,
So they're
you just
used,
mean in general. Yeah,
yeah, they're when they're playing their versus matches online, they're used to playing against people. Oh wow, that was nice garbage. Excuse me. They're used to playing people who they've got a lot of lag against, and so they've developed this play style that's much more aggressive. And
right, because you can't react to the certain things when there's all this lag going on.
right, yeah, like team play is going out the window because they there's just no way to make that work. And as a result, they're starting to win tournaments and everything because they go to these live events, and what they've learned how to the way they've learned how to play is even more dangerous when they don't have the lag because it's super
Right, it doesn't
aggressive
start. It stops
still.
working.
And somebody had commented, they were like, yeah, that doesn't really work in getting changing your conditions in a live tournament doesn't make things. It's not going to make anything any better. And I was like, about that. And I brought up that
Oh
Snipe is
yeah.
used to playing with lag because he's used to playing on the Switch. He's used to playing on Fightcade, and either one of those is going to introduce a different lag speed. But all that's going to do is make the combos that he's used to setting up that much smoother. And
Yeah.
it's no shock with all the online that he plays that he's done as well as he has now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he got so much better over like between 2023 and 2024.
Yep.
I sort of like he had heard people talking about Fightcade at the tournament last year, and so we, like I got him set up on that so he could play in the monthlies, and ever since he got a hold of that, he just started taking off like at a scary rate, and I knew that he was like making a concerted effort to win this year. So I was not shocked when I lost to him and when he ended up winning the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a huge difference, but well, it is. It's pretty huge. The difference between Fightcade and Switch. Like,
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I thought you were gonna say the difference between CRT and online,
no,
and
no. I'm just
because there were
saying.
a lot of people who've only played on Fightcade who were mentioning that, and they'd never. There's so many people who'd never played on like a CRT before. Jess comes to mind. Jess H
Yeah.
Lolly. She's like, man, this is so weird. It feels like it's too responsive, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, well, that's supposed to be a good thing, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
And as a result, she's starting to really impress because once she gets the minor adjustment that she needs, and thankfully we've got qualifying that makes that possible. Suddenly, she's just really, really crushing because she's made the adjustment she
Hmm.
needs to.
Right. I did tell her when she mentioned that. I said it's just something to get used to. Just try to play as many games as you can on here before you have to play in tournament, because just getting used to the feel and putting in a couple of games on
Mm-hmm.
uh, how this feels is going to help you a lot. And eventually, you just need some time to adjust, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, because in the end, the
That
mechanics are still the
seemed to be
same.
what happened. Yeah, we're still playing Dr. Mario. It changes things a little bit, but it's for the better for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Identical plays. And I love that. I'm having fun for sure.
Yeah, I had that when I played Jess. When did I play Jess? Why did I play
You play her
Jess?
in the monthly?
Yep. Yeah, I played her monthly, and I noticed that our openings were the very same.
It's my
Uh,
favorite part about verses. I think the identical openings are always just such a cool little moment.
yeah. So yeah, it's definitely true that the game doesn't change, your setups don't change. You just have to get used to how the control feels. And once you get there, it's all butter. It just plays
Oh, for
so much
sure.
more smoothly.
Man, looking at the same sport, I feel like I could, if the garbage just fell in just the right spot, I could totally do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's playing smart.
And these guys have got
He will
the
never put anything on these yellows at the top. This double yellow, like I'd put it there. He definitely won't. Oh wow, he did. Okay. I
don't
don't know. I'm just off tonight or something. I don't know
yeah, I was gonna
what's
say don't go buying lottery tickets tonight. I would
no,
not recommend it.
definitely not. Wow,
Um,
what is this setup he's doing? Oh my goodness.
it's crazy. I will
God.
say one thing about it is these players can go from not great. They can go back and forth between uh, uh, the lag speeds and everything much better than I can.
Hmm. You just mean like switching between like Switch and
Yeah,
Fightcade
yeah,
and
yeah,
live play and all that? Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, eventually you just some people are just better at adjustment to that sort of thing than others, that's all. And it's
that's
also a bit of an experience thing too.
That's the primary reason I haven't played more monthlies than I have, is specifically because the lag bothers me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's especially if you're used to playing even just on local emulator or on a CRT, then it can be very jarring. I
Yeah.
actually, when I came back from Columbus, I did play some Fightcade, and then I was like, because when I got there, I was like, it's not that different when I'm going from Fightcade to CRT. But then when I went back to Fightcade, I was like, whoa, this feels so like not like so sluggish, but I really felt it in a way that I usually don't. And I was like, oh wow, now I see why everyone was so like put off at first when they
Yeah.
had to go to CRT.
And I'll say, like, I was never going to beat Madawi, but I never felt like I even had a shot in the monthly against him, specifically because I couldn't even get anything to happen with the response rates that I was getting. It was so bad. But it's Madawi, so I didn't feel bad about it because I'm like, it sped up what was going to happen anyway. But
Hmm.
yeah, and the fact that people like Snipe, and I know Cat Pants. That's a lot to do with her play now because she plays a lot of Fightcade. Um, these players who, if they're accustomed to speed on the Switch, or sorry, if they're accustomed to playing versus on the Switch or on Fightcade, they're gonna start developing a slight advantage from the fact that they are able to play with that kind of lag, and the thought processes, the way they play is going to be a little bit different, and I think it's going to be a good thing for the community, those players in the community as a whole.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's been interesting to see how people. I don't know how much that like the platform you play on really affects your how you think about the game and strategy. I'm sure there's a small difference, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have just gotten a lot better playing in general, and I wouldn't worry too much about if any, I mean I don't think anyone's really that concerned about what learning bad habits from a certain like online platform or something, but I don't think it's that
No,
big
no,
of a
no.
difference.
I don't think there's bad habits to pick up. I think the issue is, well, not issue, but my point is that they're actually picking up better coping skills, so that when things
Oh, okay.
when things are looking at their roughest, these players can still find just new and different and interesting ways to play that are partially from having to adjust to the speed differences, or their survival play might be better because they're accustomed to surviving under less than ideal conditions.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
I'm glad because I can barely talk at this point. I feel like my brain feels like mush, and I'm having trouble dealing with the adverse conditions. But we're gonna stick this one out because, like you said, it's straight sets, and he's almost done.
Yeah,
He's
we've
almost done with the second one.
yeah, we watched a lot of Dr. Mario. I'm down to chill through this last couple of rounds.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean this tournament was just great. To be honest, coming into this year for the trip, I had some like sort of reservations in the back of my mind. I was like, I don't know how this year's gonna go. I didn't I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was worried about our Airbnb might not be ideal, and like I just had a lot of for a bunch of reasons, both not really even so much about the tournament itself, but just in general about the trip. I just didn't know how this year was going to go, but it ended up being the best year yet. So, um, yeah, and that comes mostly down to the people that were all there. They always make it every year for me, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This
Man, our community is
community.
the best. We're so cool, dude.
Yep. And it's Yeah, it's always fun to be around this community. We've
Oh
had
yeah,
some.
that after like the after party is like my favorite part of the weekend, I think. Just hanging out with everybody in some public place, just taking over a bar with Dr. Mario people. Oh, it's my favorite.
I'll make a confession. Savage and Dave and I, we were like, all right, we're gonna make an appearance at the after party. We had no real intention of sticking around for the whole time because the three of us, we usually have worked. We tried our hardest not to work as hard at this one. Just
Not to overdo it, yeah.
Yeah, like we really did overdo it last year, and especially that Saturday. We were having the issues with the uh, getting the pools figured, or the bracket figured out.
Right, yeah, that was rough
It
for
was it
sure.
was, it
That
was a
must
rough
have been
time,
difficult to deal with. Yeah.
and so we ended up just going and hitting up a taco place and just kind of sat there and relaxed. It was the first time we could stop for a while, so we kind of expected that's what we were going to end up doing, and just the whole atmosphere
Mhm.
was infectious. We
Oh
really
yeah.
we stuck it out, and we were like, yeah, this is where we want to be. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I knew the after party was going to be good, but it was even better than I thought for sure. Um,
yes,
what is
Dave.
Dave saying? Vertical in three, and then you let me drink. What does that
I'm
mean?
not sure about the vertical in three, but yes. Okay. It was about something earlier. Yeah, he's right. We let him drink, and that's what made it as much fun as it was. Uh, Dave got some sangria in him, and that was oh, got you, dude. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, Dave, one sangria Dave, or even two sangria Dave, is like one of my favorite Daves. I think. For sure. But I think everybody was, I don't know, it's just a nice atmosphere and everybody's already awesome. And just getting to be in a social environment with everyone like that after the tournament's over and, nobody's has like, it just, once the tournament's finished, it just changes everybody's sort of mood. And we all have fun even during the tournament. But when, once everything's over and now it's like, it kind of feels like it's time to be social. And it's just so much fun to hang out with everybody in that sort of environment. I love it. So I had
Definitely,
so much fun.
definitely. Yeah, we. You're always thinking about the game if you're before the tournament's over.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
even Savage joking about getting making sure Rob got good and drunk and couldn't play.
Yeah.
But it didn't. It, she was kind of serious. I mean, she was thinking about the game, and it doesn't matter what you're doing until the game. My gosh, he's got you stun locked forever and a day. Uh, until the tournament's over, you're thinking about the game. And when we finally got to
Yeah.
just
And this
let
is
that
like the
go,
first chance. Yeah. It was great. I definitely had a lot of heart to hearts that in that bar. Probably wasn't the only one, but yeah, I don't know. Being in that environment with everyone was so much fun. I felt super grateful to to be part of all of this. Um, More so this year than ever, I think. So it was great. I had such a great time.
I love the look on your face when you were like, "Well, that was a misdraw, but I see where I can make a combo out of it," and there it goes.
I was like, well, I guess that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, no, I mean, you're definitely high on the list of people that I was so glad to get to really know this year. Because we'd barely seen each other last year, and that was my first time coming through. So uh,
Well, you were so dang busy. That's a big part
there
of it,
is
I
that.
think. But
Yeah, but
but
yeah, it
yeah, no,
was
absolutely. I feel the same. It was good to have you in the Airbnb and everything, and get to know you, man. Yeah, absolutely. And I
yeah,
I just got to know so many people well, that past weekend. It was awesome. All the new faces as well. Like it feels like
oh
this
yeah,
year was one of the best years for newcomers, especially because a lot of them were people that we knew from just like the online tournaments, but they'd never been to a live event, and
Mm-hmm.
we get to meet them all for the first time. So that's so much fun.
Yeah, yeah. It's so hard to get a good community together, and I've said that this community is probably the reason I'm still streaming. I probably
Oh
would have
wow.
stopped before then, just because it was never. I don't think I would have had the momentum without something like this to really keep me going as a streamer. Oh, and there it goes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I would have been like, okay, this was fun. I'm glad I did it for a while, and then just be done with it. And no, this has really kept me
Mm-hmm.
going.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, I'm glad that this community could do that for you.
Yeah, yeah,
And we were obviously everyone's glad to have you, of course.
cool, cool. All right, well, that is all the matches. Anything? Yeah, I mean, I think we've chewed enough of the fat that I'm not sure there's much of anything left to say. But anything you want to throw out there? I'm going to put this onto YouTube, and yeah, definitely love the insights. Uh, anything you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I mean, I thanks for having me on. Like, I had a lot of fun. Usually when I have to do my own analysis stream, I'm worried about making sure that I'm on point and do a good job, and especially now with guests that like they feel like they had a good experience and I didn't just like inconvenience them for 2 hours or something. But this was fun because I just got to like I just got to show up and talk shit, and it was great. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot. It was great. Thanks so much for having me on, and thank you for doing the commentary as well at the for the monthly checkup last month. It was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm trying to make that a thing because I feel like it's the big missing piece of the puzzle for our stream and everything. So it's just a matter. It's a problem is that everybody who wants to commentate also wants to play, and I'd rather not mix the pool of people if I can. So it's
I
been a
get that.
challenge, but
Yeah,
uh,
and I went and
yeah.
ruined
But
that
thanks
for
for
you.
coming out. Well, I mean, yeah, I was I asked people for comment. I asked Pan Ben Richard. I was like, "Hey, do you want to do commentary if you're around later?" He's like, "Actually, I'm playing this month," and I was like, "I I do, and I am happy about that. I promise I'm happy about that. But I would have liked if you could have done commentary too." And of course, he made it all the way to the final, so there was no way that
Yeah,
was ever going to happen. But you and Jeff held it down for the whole way, so well, at least from like semifinals all the way to the end. So I was super grateful for that.
yeah. Jeff was great. He's good to work with. So it's glad to get a chance
Hmm.
because I don't think we really spent much time commentating together in Columbus. So
Hmm.
oh me. All right. Well, it has been a blast. Thanks a lot, Lev. And I'll say this especially for the folks who the three of you who will watch later on YouTube. Be sure to give him a follow. Come check it out. Go watch all of Lev's analysis streams. He's been doing this about as long as I have, probably a little bit longer, and has got some great insights into the game. So for me and for Lev, as always, be good, be safe, be happy. Thank you so much for watching, and check back in next week. I will have Savage Octagon in talking about speed, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. So have a good night, everybody.